Hi, friends. So I guess we are live again. And yeah, I know Monday blues are incoming, but still it's Sunday evening. Gear up, guys, to have another fantastic session. The last one this weekend before we again meet next weekend, maybe. And so it's definitely gonna be about the Pakistan Bangladesh second test, which is ongoing. And what a historic day it was for Bangladesh, particularly for Litton Das. I mean, the kind of situation they were in. They lost 6 wickets for around 26, and then the recovery. I mean, it just reminded me of that Kolkata 2001 test between India and Australia, where Rahul Dravid and VVS Lakshman um, played such a partnership. And I mean, what a scintillating partnership that was between, you can say, Litton Das and Mehidy Hasan Miraz. I mean, Mehidy Hasan Miraz has been one of Bangladesh's assets, to be honest, over the last few years. I mean, if I remember correctly, in 2022, also when India toured Bangladesh, the kind of knocks he played in that ODI series, he won the first match. He chased down more than 50 runs with just Mustafizur at the other end. For the 10th wicket, and then in the second match he scored 100 after Bangladesh being six down for some 60 70 runs. So he's been sort of an asset, to be honest. And Litton Kumar Das, I mean, he's been in great form this series. He has always had the talent, to be honest, but I think he's just not played to his potential. And today was another day when you felt like why this guy just cannot make it big. He has all the attributes needed to be that kind of a player, but he's just not made it to that sort of a pedestal, to be honest. And in that case, we have Rajatava and Ritik with us. So definitely Abhishek and Shubhradeep will also be joining shortly. And so I would now like to go to Ritik to share his views. And also, guys, please keep shooting your comments. I mean, the last two videos were really successful, to be honest. From your comments, as we saw, a lot of guys joined us yesterday, and we were overwhelmed, to be honest. We were overwhelmed to bits, and we would appreciate even better participation tonight. And please, if you're watching the video, please like, share, and subscribe our channel. So, Ritik.
Yeah, and I think, guys, just one thing to mention: we are now on Instagram, and we will be sharing the link in the description. And please,
Yeah. So we have a page on Instagram as well as Facebook, and soon we are trying to be coming on X also. And
yeah,
so please follow our social media handles, and we would be sharing our posts on YouTube as well as our social media handles. So, Ritik,
yeah.
your views or anything you want to speak regarding the ongoing test?
I think the name that comes to my mind after seeing the two tests. I mean, of course, the two tests are not completed yet, but that name is Mehdi Hasan Miraz. I think we all know who is going to be the man of the series, and this is, I think, a no-brainer. Mehdi Hassan Miraz, I mean, he has been consistently performing so well. I mean, if I talk about this series, whether be it in terms of his bowling, whether be it in terms of his batting, and I mean, Bangladesh has just made Pakistan to look like a very ordinary team. I have to say, and really going forward, I think it would be a really Herculean task for Pakistan, even to, I mean, win a test match at home. It seems so. Really, I mean, really surprised to see, and I mean, not just Pakistan playing bad, but even Bangladesh, you have to give the due credit. I mean, 26 for 6, all of a sudden 191 for 7. I think that speaks volumes. The comeback Bangladesh made. I mean, it just cannot be expressed in words. I think Bangladesh, especially the last few years, the way they have emerged. We have seen other teams. I mean, of course, Afghanistan also. We have seen. So yeah, kudos to Bangladesh, and I think if they continue, very soon they will be in contention with the top teams of the world.
Indeed, indeed. Like the as we were saying during the 2023 World Cup and 24 T20 World Cup as well, that probably Bangladesh team is lacking the mentality. I mean, the elitist mentality that you need, the the mental toughness you need to crack these situations under pressure. Because I remember from T20, although it's a completely different game in the T20 World Cup during Afghanistan, they had Afghanistan tied down for 110 or 112 something, and it
Yeah,
was
and
an easy chase
Afghanistan
for them.
really gave the bigger teams a much tougher run. They defeated England, they defeated Pakistan, they almost defeated Australia, if not for that Herculean innings from Maxwell, and
Who can
then they
forget
couldn't even
that?
score 200. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's a different story altogether. Maybe someday we can have a live on that
Yes,
also.
and
What an innings that was!
it was an easy chase. They were on course. They had a quite a good power play without losing too many wickets. Litton Das, the guy who played today, he was still on the crease, and then somehow they lost this team. They had to chase something like under 12.1 overs or something, and they lost this team when there were 3.1 or 4 overs left. and something 42 runs left on the board to chase. So after that, they have come back quite strongly, I would say. Although this is a very different format, but in my opinion, test cricket, it requires a lot more resilience, and it requires a lot more mental fitness along with the physical fitness, because you have to go play for 5 days out there in the sun, and the sun in the subcontinent, as we know, has not been very kind to us. I mean us, for the for the normal people. And you think those players, they start with the breakfast and they are there from 9 to 5 for almost 8 hours on the on the ground, and battling it out. So it's a different ball game in Bangladesh. I think they have taken the pressure, and I think somewhere Pakistan cricket is crumbling down. They have gone only downhill since the 2022 T20 World Cup final. I do not remember them giving even one single moment of magic for their fans for the last couple of years.
Yeah,
Yeah, to be
totally.
honest. I mean, also, guys, again telling you, keep shooting your comments. Your comments only will drive our adrenaline more and more, to be honest. And yeah,
Exactly.
I mean,
Absolutely.
because
also, I think it was,
because it's a discussion, it's a live, so the comments only will take this live forward in a constructive direction.
I think
yeah,
that's the
I
best
mean,
feature of a live. Ultimately, that's the difference between a recorded session and a live. So
yeah,
Exactly,
and
exactly.
that's why, I mean, to be honest, over the last couple of weeks or so, we have focused more on lives. I mean, we felt that it was better in a two-way traffic than going in a one-way traffic with
yeah,
pre-recorded videos. Yeah, we will definitely again make pre-recorded videos in the recent future, but at the moment we are focusing more on lives to just to engage more and more interactions. So I think Kanchan is back,
yeah.
and he's with some comments. Mehidy is a very good batsman, both test and rescued Bangladesh's batting. So yeah, that's what I was saying a couple of minutes back. That Mehidy Hasan Miraz has been one of Bangladesh's assets, to be honest, over the last couple of years. Even if you remember the 2022 series against India, where he played two excellent knocks, to be honest. And I think Mehidy Hasan Miraz was tried at the top of the order also at one point of time in T20 cricket. If I don't tell it wrong, I think it was in that Asia Cup 2022 where he was tried at the top of the order against Sri Lanka, and he played a pretty handy knock. And also, I didn't get why he was dropped from the T20 setup, because I think he had the talent to play at the top of the order, and also he has now got a very good bowling. He's bowling also well, to be honest. I
I think
think
Pallav has something to say. Yeah,
Yes, PCB should definitely take cricket seriously, because the people
absolutely.
at the helm. I think someone like Wasim Akram, and for the sake of the fact, even Shoaib Akhtar, these people, they are the ones who are speaking sense about Pakistan cricket right now. Everyone else, I saw some video of I think Inzamamul Haq. He was saying something about ball tampering in the T20 World Cup. Someone was saying about the pitches being flipped during the 2023 World Cup. Come on, stop these nonsense. It's 2024,
yeah, they
and
were
just
saying some
focus
the
on
ball
cricket.
was having
Focus on
some chip or
cricket.
something when India was bowling so
Yeah,
well. I think they should stay away from such nonsense, to be honest, and focus more on serious business.
Yeah, you guys. I mean, like, if I don't know if there are any viewers from Pakistan, and I would like to just send this out as an open message that they have so many talented batsmen. You have Babar Azam is an incredible talent. I mean, right now he's not performing, and I know that there are a lot of memes around on the internet regarding Babar Azam and his comparison with Virat Kohli. But Babar Azam he's a phenomenal batsman. Rizwan on his day, he can play the knock that is needed to win the match. And they have some handy bowlers as well. I mean, like Khurram Shahzad, he did pretty well in this. He had 6 wickets, 21 overs, and 90 runs. That's a pretty good deal. If he had gotten the support from the other bowlers in the meantime between his spells, I think they should have bundled Bangladesh down
Yeah, to be honest, I
at a sub
feel
50
bad
score.
for the Pakistan fans. I mean, I don't. I mean, they have not seen their team win a Test match at home for 3 years. I
yeah.
mean, it's really pathetic for the fans. And I mean, despite having all the talent and all the ingredients, they just can't replicate it. They just can't convert it into success, and that's really sad on the fans' part. To be honest, they are denied to witness their team win on home soil. That's
Totally
really
agreed,
sad.
Yes,
Sardarji.
Yeah,
Kanchan
I
is saying
think
that their
Kanchan is saying
ex-cricketers are
something.
clowns.
He
Like,
opened in Asia Cup. Yeah, yeah, that was also a good knock. I think he and again the two heroes of today, Litton and Mehidy. I think they opened and Litton scored 100, and once Litton got out, it was a collapse from Bangladesh, and then India was given a tough fight from Bangladesh. India, I think Kedar Jadhav was the one who hit the winning runs. To be honest.
Yeah, I don't remember which tournament it was, but I remember there was India batted first, and it was a T20 match. India batted first, and they scored
No,
something
I
like
think he's saying
182.
of Asia Cup 2018, which was that ODI
Uh,
tournament. I think Rohit was the captain. Virat was rested in the tournament. Rohit was captaining
uh,
the side.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
He,
No, no,
he's also
I'm
saying they
talking
could have
about
won.
Litton series.
Okay, they could have won
That
two
Litton,
tests. Yes, they could have
two
won
tests.
two
Yeah,
tests in. Yeah, so Pakistan is saying, yeah, definitely. I mean, uh, in fact, that it was that third test, I guess, against Sydney, where I think it was that guy who picked up 5 wickets and he got some 80 or something. I think. I'm just forgetting the name. He's Pakistan versus Australia. He just debuted in that series. I'm just forgetting his name. Uh, So it was, I think, Amit
Ahmed.
Jamal. Thanks, Kanchan.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Kanchan.
thanks, Kanchan. Thanks a lot. So it was Amit Jamal. He debuted in that series, and I mean, what a knock he played in that match. And also, then he picked up 5 wickets.
Incredible.
Australia, I think Pakistan got some 15 odd runs straight lead, and then all of a sudden they were 66 for six or something by the end of the day, and all the advantage they had at the start of the innings, they just washed it away in a couple of hours, to be honest. And that's just not how you can win test cricket. I mean, to win test cricket, you just can't win it by having one good day. You need to have 2 3 good days, and that's the beauty of test cricket, because even after a bad day you still have got the chance to come back.
Yeah.
Even just think about it. I think they had like 4 or 5 overs to play today. When Pakistan came out to bat for the second innings, they could have played it slow, and instead they decided to throw away 2 wickets.
Yeah.
They are like already 9 for 2
Yeah, so
in sub 4 overs. So that's not
I
good news
mean,
for Pakistan. They
Pakistan
will
should
come
have
tomorrow
been
morning.
leading by at least 70 runs, if I am not wrong. They should have been leading by 70 runs at
Ba-
least.
Ba- if I'm not wrong, let me do a quick fact check. I think Bangladesh were 26 for six. 26 for
Yeah.
yeah,
six.
26 for
They,
6,
they,
and
they, yeah,
then
they
that was that one
191 for
160 odd
7.
partner. Yeah, so I think it's 165. Yes,
Yeah.
165 runs partnership between Litton and Mehidy. And even after Mehidy and Taskin, I think, got out in quick succession, and then they had another 50 plus partnership between Hassan
right.
Mahmood and Litton.
Yeah. I think they were
So
193 for 8. I'm just checking. And then the next wicket
193 for
262
8.
for 9. 262 for
yeah,
9. So another
yeah. So again,
approximate
another
70 run partnership. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, that's just not how you can win. I mean,
And we
now
are not
Pakistan.
talking about top order partnerships. These are, by the way, tail
and
end
and, and, and,
partnerships.
cre- and credits to Hassan Mahmood for hanging on for 51 balls, 13 or adding 13 odd runs. 13 runs in this situation is 13 runs.
Yeah, I mean,
Imagine if you, yeah, yeah.
Hassan Mahmood may have taken a tutorial from Jack Leach. Who knows?
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe.
that was the best one-run innings in the history of Test cricket, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Seriously.
yeah. I think recently the anniversary was also there. I think it was last week
Yeah,
only, 25th August. I
Yeah.
thought
Uh,
Bangladesh will get follow on. Kanchar is saying, yes, why not? I mean, 26 for 6. They still had to get some around, I think, 40 odd
exactly,
runs to save the follow on.
exactly.
yeah.
But I think in today's cricket, especially after that Australia's debacle in 2001, rarely any team goes on to give
Also,
a
I think follow-ons
follow on.
don't work well these days. Even if I remember last year, there was that England and New Zealand test where England was leading by some 250 or 230 odd, and then England gave the follow-on, and then New Zealand came out, batted so well, 460 odd, and then England was given a 250 run lead, and then England lost by 1 run. James Anderson strangled down leg and by Neil Wagner, and New Zealand won the test match by just a run.
Yeah, actually the 2001. I mean, that's what I've heard from my father. That if the 2001 Test match in Eden Gardens, that
Yes, VVS
India
Lakshman, Rahul
VS
Dravid.
Lakshman and Rahul Dravid saving the day. We have all seen highlights, haven't we? So I mean, like that I think has changed the course of the Test cricket, and the teams which have batted first and put up a massive run and then have sent the second team under pressure, and they have succumbed under the first innings under pressure, and they have come back for a follow on, and then they have taken the game and turned it completely around. So I think that is when it all started. So after that, the number of follow-ons in Test cricket has reduced quite a lot.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think these days the teams prefer more to put a bigger pressure. Also, I think follow on, what it does is it just doesn't give the bowlers that much time to freshen up, because your bowlers
Exactly.
have just bowled 30, 40 overs, maybe 50 overs, and then straight away 10-minute break, and they have to come back and bowl again. And especially in Pakistan, where it was so much hot today. I mean, even Litton was cramping at one point of time. I think Muhammad Ali was really cramping up. He left the field in midway, and it was a real sultry day in Rawalpindi. So it was not easy to definitely impose the follow on. But anyways, I mean, it should have been Pakistan who should have been the driver's seat by stumps, but now it's Bangladesh who are in the driver's seat, and a couple more wickets early on tomorrow, and Pakistan will be struggling to save this test again.
Pakistan is under serious pressure. I mean,
Yes, I mean
one can
definitely they
only
lost one.
imagine what
I
they
mean
must be going through.
one wicket was of the night watchman. I think Khurram Shahzad was sent up the order, but definitely, I mean, tomorrow if they lose two early wickets, they will be under the pump because anyways they are one down in the series.
But even then, the point of playing getting a night watchman is that he will be able to save those 1 or 2 overs. If you get the night watchman out as well within the stipulated 1 or 2 overs, it's I mean, it doesn't help Pakistan. A wicket lost is
Yes,
a wicket lost.
yes, definitely. I mean that's what
Yeah,
they were
because
saying.
when you bat as a night watchman at number 3 or at number 4, and when you bat at number 9 or at number 10 or number 11, knowing that you are the last man standing with probably another batsman on the other end, then you know that this is the last this is the last throw of the dice, and then they would have played very differently. Probably Khurram Shahzad could have added a couple of more runs if he was batting at his original position instead of coming out as a night watchman. So I mean, these little decisions, make the difference in the
Also, I
entire
think
match.
we have when we were talking about Mehdi Hasan Miraz, I think one has to feel for Khurram Shahzad, the way he bowled. I mean, had
Yeah,
he got some
exactly,
more support, I mean, things would have been much different.
exactly, precisely. We are looking
Yeah,
for more
so
Uh,
comments. Are there any more comments?
yeah, I was about to ask that. At the
yeah,
moment,
guys.
I don't think there is. Yeah, guys, please shoot up your comments. We will be more than happy to address them. Okay, Kanchan, I think has come up with the comment. How
Yeah,
many runs
Kanchan is
should
pretty much active, and thanks a lot,
Pakistan
Kanchan. I
target?
think Kanchan is following this
Yeah,
series pretty well. So I don't know if you are a Pakistan or Bangladesh fan, but anyways, keep up, man. That's real good. How much runs should Pak target for a win? See, I think anyways they have to give at least a 200 plus target. I think also
250
the
plus
kind of
bare minimum. I would say 250 plus for sure.
200 has to be there to make some result. To be honest,
I
because
mean, given the way Bangladesh is full of confidence right now, I mean, you 200 is not enough. Surely not.
yes,
But then again,
yes. So
I have one complaint against Bangladesh's captain Shanto. What has he done in the entire series?
yeah, Shanto, I don't know. I mean, Shanto has been there for quite some time, but I
Yeah,
don't know.
he's at the top of the order, doing nothing, just adding an extra wicket, maybe 10, 20 odd runs. That's it.
So
Yeah,
I'm just
actually,
not.
he seems to be just occupying a spot in the team and nothing else, to be
Exactly,
honest.
I
exactly,
mean,
exactly. So yeah. So my
T20,
point is,
anyways, I don't have a lot of expectations from him, but in Test cricket or ODI cricket, he should show up his potential. To be honest, I mean, he's just not getting anything at the moment. Who will win this test? Any prediction? Pallav has a question. So yeah,
According to me, Bangladesh.
at the
If
moment
I,
it looks like Bangladesh, unless Pakistan puts up something special tomorrow. Pakistan
I
really
think the
needs something
first two
special.
sessions will define the game tomorrow. The first two
And also,
sessions.
who better than Babar Azam to come back to form? I mean, he has to get a knock tomorrow. I
He
think.
has been in
If
terrible form, man. I think in the first innings of the first test, he was out for a duck. The next innings, he
I
got some
think if Babar
22.
gets a big knock
Yeah,
tomorrow, Pakistan also will get a huge boost of confidence, and that might reflect in their bowling as well.
I think he has
I
some
think
50 odd
Babar is under huge
runs.
pressure. I think
Yeah,
Babar is
50
under
odd
huge
runs
pressure
in
from
this
the board.
series. Yeah,
Yeah, I think the first test he scored. He almost got saved from getting a king pair. I think in the
yeah.
second innings he was dropped, and then this test also I think he scored some 30 odd in the first innings.
So yeah, 20 and 30, approx 50 runs. So I mean, 3 innings, 50 runs for someone like Babar Azam at home conditions, mind you.
Kanchan is
I mean,
saying Shanto is a fraud. When is the last time he performed? Yeah, to be honest, that's correct. Actually, when is the last time he performed? I mean,
I don't
it's
remember,
really
man.
pathetic to be honest.
I don't remember.
I've not seen him performing well. even in the ODI World Cup, I remember, I think his only good knock came once Bangladesh got eliminated and was against in that controversy match, Sri Lanka match, where Angelo Matthews was timed out and everything. All those
you
things
know you know
happened.
this is when I remember one very famous interview from someone at the top of the Bangladesh cricket or Bangladesh ministry. So he was asked about, I mean, their expectations from the World Cup, and he replied that we never look forward to the upcoming World Cup. We always look for our target is always the next World Cup. So I mean, like, that is what I remember at this point, that they are not focusing on what's right in hand. So that is why, as for me, my predictions, I'm not yet convinced fully that Bangladesh can still pull this off. They can still bottle this, just like Pakistan bottled their first test. So Bangladesh can still do it, and Bangladesh have done it before, but I hope they don't. And
Yeah,
but then,
maybe if we crack a Bengali joke, to be honest, I think Shanto is really Shanto at the moment.
Yeah.
I think the Bengali guys can get it.
yeah, but since
So,
but whenever I have seen him play, I have always seen him play Shanto Knox only.
He needs to get a bit, maybe, what can I say in
Oshanto,
Bengali? Duranto.
Duranto Oshanto, yes.
So, I mean, yes, and if Pakistan lose this series, I mean, they will have an even tougher assignment because England is coming and their baseball ideology. I mean, Pakistan surfaces will be the best surface to apply their baseball ideology. I mean, the last time they came, they just laid an assault on Pakistan. I mean, who can forget the Rawalpindi match? I still remember I was watching it live, and the first day they batted just 75 overs before bad light came, and by then they had already put up 500 plus runs. And at the end of the day, also Stokes was batting like he was chasing 250 in a T20 match.
I think they are absolute batting paradises. I mean, if you are to try something like baseball, there's no better ground than the ones in Pakistan for sure.
Yeah,
Guys,
though I'm not that much sure how England's bowling will perform on these pitches because I have repeatedly told that last time it was not just the batters which helped England win, but it was also the bowlers. The way they, I mean, those spells from Anderson and Ollie Robinson was their major point of
Yeah,
difference
yeah.
because on those tracks Anderson was conceding at just less than 3 runs per over, and he was picking up wickets. He was reversing the old ball even on the dead tracks.
I
And
think
who
Gus
can forget
Atkinson
his
is
ball to
has been
Mohammad
doing well.
Rizwan? Who can
Ritik,
Yeah,
forget his ball to Mohammad Rizwan in that series? Just
absolutely.
he hit the outswing and it got the off thumb.
Yeah, that was a dream delivery for sure.
yeah, I want to make a small comment. So as I was reading through these comments, and we were talking about the decline of Pakistan cricket, I just realized that maybe, I mean, I have a feeling that since we stopped playing Pakistan in bilateral series since the debacle in 2008, the Mumbai mishap.
Yeah,
I think after that, somewhere Pakistan cricket has fallen behind drastically since we stopped playing bilaterals with them, because I think until that time, I mean, even in our early childhood, in the early 2000s, as far as I remember, Pakistan used to be a very strong contender, and then slowly they faded away as
I think even in
as time progressed. Yeah,
yeah, so I mean, not exactly from that time. I would slightly disagree to this, but yes, that's definitely one of the factors. I think if you remember, even 2011 World Cup, they were actually quite a pretty good team, I would say.
Yeah,
I mean,
2011 World Cup, even the
yeah,
semi-final, I think
yeah,
they,
but it was
I
mostly
think,
the same batch of players who had the experience
yeah,
of playing India in
yeah. So
India.
once that
yeah,
senior batch of players like maybe Shahid Afridi, Hafiz was there, then
Wab
there
Riaz.
Ajmal was
Uh,
there, Saeed Ajmal,
Kamran Akmal was
and
there.
all those guys.
The Akmal brothers
Yeah,
were there, and
I think
then
even
yeah.
I
Wahab
think
Riaz, the
Umar,
last recognized fast
Yeah,
bowler, I
Bhavri
would
has
say.
played almost till 2019 or 20, I guess. He
and
last played in
Umar Gul was
2020.
also there. Was Umar Gul there in 2011? Umar Gul.
Yeah. Umar Gul was there. Umar Gul was there. Wabri has replaced Shoaib Akhtar in that semis, I guess. And I think they played really well in that semis. And it was maybe
Even
those.
Shoaib Malik was an asset in T20s. I have to say this.
Yes. And I think Hafiz had a brain fed moment in that match when after playing so well, he tried to play that scoop and edged
And
it to
Sachin was
MS.
actually playing with God's luck that day. I think
Yeah,
four
I
or
think he
five
was
catches
dropped
dropped.
4 or 5 times, and then he had a reprieve in that review, which still seems like controversy. And I mean, Saeed Ajmal also spoke about that. He just can't believe how that ball didn't hit the stumps. So
Exactly.
Yeah,
yeah, Sachin had a great share of luck on that day, and then
That
those last few runs from Suresh Raina, 36 or something, I think.
that was probably the last time we had a thrilling India-Pakistan contest, because after that it has mostly been one-sided, and the two odd matches Pakistan won, the Champions Trophy final
Yeah,
in
those were also
17,
one-sided.
and the
Yeah.
2021 T20 World Cup. I think
No,
no
I
one
think there
expected
you can say the
Pakistan.
2022 T20 World Cup was a bit exciting,
Yeah,
where Virat.
it was quite exciting, but we made it tough for ourselves. I mean, like it was not that difficult of a chase. I mean, like 31 for 4, it's going to be tough for any team in the world.
Yeah, I mean, India made a brilliant comeback in that match, to be honest.
Exactly,
But
exactly.
I think there was that one game in that Asia Cup also that was also exciting, where Afridi finished it off with a couple of sixes against Ashwin, 2014, if I'm not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Virat was captaining the side. I think MS was resting at that point of time.
Right. But now I think India versus Pakistan, it has become more of a game of revenue generation rather than proper cricket and proper sport and entertainment. It has become mostly like revenue
Yeah, if you
generation.
speak of
Otherwise, why
if you
would you
speak
play
of
India versus
rivalry in the
Pakistan?
last few years, I think India Australia is a much better rivalry. Even India England, you can say.
India England, yeah, right.
Do we have any comments, Saptarshi, as of now?
I
No,
think Kanchan is saying he's on Shanto only. He's lucky. He won in Pakistan, New Zealand. Lucky captain to be sure. Shant. Okay, so you're saying about the New Zealand win? I think it was in Mount Maunganui when they won.
New
I
Okay, we
think
have a
some.
new comment. New
Why
comment,
is
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Pakistan
We have a
would be
new
great?
fan. I mean,
Hello, Mr.
whoever you.
Motakin.
Yeah, so Mr. Motakin, thanks a lot for engaging. Please like, share, and subscribe our channel. And also, definitely, we are getting to a comment here. Why not? Anybody's talk about Hassan Mahmood? Big 2 wickets and most valuable 11 runs. Yes. Who didn't talk about him, man? We already did. And we already drew resemblance to that
Jack
bald
Leach.
headed guy, Jack Leach.
Yeah.
Maybe I can say Siraj also. Siraj played such a gritty thing with Ashwin when Ashwin got that 100 in Chennai against England in 2021. I think he survived quite a few bit of balls with Ashwin. Also, I think Ishant Sharma with VVS Laxman in the 2010 Test against Australia. Ishant or Pragyan Oja it was. I think Ishant was the number 10 guy, and then Pragyan Oja came at 11 most probably.
Yeah,
I think that
finally it was Pragyan Oja and VVS, I guess.
Yes,
I think
yes.
Finally.
Siraj also played a similar kind of knock with Washington Sundar versus England in India against England, I guess. But then Washington could not complete his century. He was stuck on 96, not out, and then Siraj got out when he was at
Yeah,
96.
they lost. I think Akshar got run out, and then Siraj and Ishant got out in the same over, and Washington was stranded at the other end.
Mm-hmm. Yes, right.
Also, I think Umesh supported Virat a lot in that Edgbaston 100 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there has been. I mean, yeah, Hassan played a very gritty knock, to be honest,
I mean, and,
surviving
and,
so many
and
balls.
how can you forget Agarkar's match-losing century at Lords?
Yeah.
Yes, I think 2002 most probably.
Yeah, exactly.
I think there
Yeah,
are some deserving names that are not there in the on that list. Famous honors sport at Lords, while there are
yeah,
some unexpected names on that list.
Exactly.
yeah. Another one I can say recently last year, Pat Cummins and Nathan Lyon winning the
Oh,
first test match at Edgbaston
yes. The revenge of Edgbaston.
Ashes. Yes. Stokes dropping that catch of Nathan Lyon, and then Pat Cummins finishing it off, and Lyon played a couple of shots which looked so elegant to the eye. I mean, it looked like he can really bat maybe a couple of spots up the order.
I think that knock. I mean, if we are talking about such innings by tailenders, I think that knock from Shami. I think he scored some 50 odd runs. I guess that
Yeah,
also. I
Shami
mean,
Bumrah.
it's
Shami and
really
Bumrah. How
special.
can we forget
Oh
that
my God.
I
historic
think
test
that was
match?
against England, if I'm correct.
Yeah,
That
Lords,
was
Shami and Bumrah.
Lords, yeah. What
I
a
mean, they
save!
were a
In
What
fact,
a
treat to
save!
watch. They were a treat to
Shami had
watch.
another 50 at in England. I guess it was in 2014 when Evans was the captain in Trent Bridge, if I'm not wrong.
And this takes me back down the memory lane, not exactly by tailenders. Shardul Thakur and Washington Sundar playing in the first innings
Ah,
against at Gaba, I think. The first innings at Gaba.
Yeah,
surely.
definitely. So, um,
I think we've
guys,
drifted quite far
keep
away from
sharing your
Pakistan versus
comments.
Bangladesh.
Also, please share it more with your friends so that we can have much more interactions. Come on, guys, it's Sunday night. Interact more, man.
I think a lot of people are busy watching Man United versus Liverpool.
Yeah, that may
Okay.
be the case.
Oh, that may be the case, really. Or maybe you watching US Open. Is there any great match in US Open tonight? Not sure.
Anything
US
starting
Open is
now?
also, I think, witnessing some great upsets. I should say.
Yeah, I think Novak and
Guys, I'll
Alcaraz
just
fans
mute
can
my
join us
video if you are
because
getting anything
they don't
wrong.
have anything more to watch.
Yeah, I mean, US Open, I think, if I talk about this year, I think it has been the biggest Grand Slam upset, if I'm not wrong. I mean, Carlos Alcaraz, then Novak Djokovic, both out. I mean, it's unbelievable. And I think only, I mean, if you talk about former champions, I think only few guys, one of them being
Only
Daniel Medvedev.
only one guy is there. I mean,
Daniel Medvedev.
out of the ones who are active at the moment.
Yeah, and he seems to be the hashtag one contender this time around. Well, let's see. I
Yeah,
mean, you never know.
so Djokovic and Alcaraz fans can join us because I don't think they have anything more left to watch in US Open maybe. So let's have a chat on cricket only.
All right, guys, please stay with us. I think more guests are yet to join, and we can have even more comprehensive discussion then. And please like, share, and subscribe. Meanwhile, and please keep posting your comments.
Yeah, guys. Also, I think we're missing Brew tonight.
Yeah, I think Brew, and there were also, I mean, a few other. I mean, not few. I mean, pretty more number of guests actually. I mean, there were quite a few, I should say.
Yeah, Brew, wherever you are, I mean, we are really missing you. We will again. We are hoping you will come back in the next video. Stay safe, man.
If you are seeing this video when you're offline, then please let us know your comments in the comment box. We can answer it that way as well, in case you watch it offline.
Yeah.
All right, all right. I think tomorrow is going to be. I think I mean, if Pakistan makes a comeback, I think it would be a miracle, at least for me, because considering the way they are playing. So, Saptarshi, your thoughts on that? What do you expect from tomorrow? I mean, yeah,
Yeah, so as I said, I mean, Pakistan really needs something to lift up them, to be honest. I mean, at the moment, it looks like nothing is just going right for them. I mean, uh, even after bowling so well in the first hour or so today, they ended up getting just a paltry lead of 12. So, I mean, nothing is going right for them, and they really need some confidence booster. And what else can work as a medicine for them than Babar Azam getting a massive 100? To be honest, if Babar Azam gets runs, I think the whole Pakistan team will have a huge confidence boost, and then I think that might transpire into their bowling innings also. So yeah, definitely they need to get some good runs on the board tomorrow. Maybe set up around a 250, 270 target at least, and then hope they can get those wickets quickly. Also,
absolutely.
I think the England Sri Lanka test has just ended. To be honest, and England have won by a massive margin of 190. Although Sri Lanka put up a very good fight. I mean, 292. They got Dhananjaya Silva also got a 50. I think Shubhradeep has joined a bit late,
Hi,
but okay.
Shubhradeep.
So
Hey guys,
Shubhradeep is here, and maybe Shubhradeep's
Shubhradeep can share his thoughts
arrival
on
in.
Pakistan's dismal form. I mean, they have been absolutely terrible, to say the least.
yeah, if not for the first hour at least, they were brilliant with the ball. I was a bit surprised to be honest. When I think yesterday we were discussing where they would finish, and I was really reluctant to say that Bangladesh had a very good chance,
Sorry, guys,
to
my internet connection got cut off.
Yeah,
yeah.
thanks.
As I said, just
Okay.
they had good chance. I thought Bangladesh had a pretty good chance towards the start of the innings, at least with the bat in hand, but they kind of struggled to get in. And some of the shots they played was not expecting on the back of what they did with the bat in the last game. To be honest, when you coming back from the win, you always try to get the momentum in the next game. And first of all, before the game starts, it was a 4-day game, so the lead for a follow-on was always going to be 150. But I thought 150 they could have just throw the dice in and go for the follow-on. But these days, you always know follow-on doesn't really exist in the game. Since that 2001 Test match, I would say,
Yeah,
or
so
the
that's what we were having a discussion a bit
yeah,
back. So follow on doesn't work. Even that last year England New Zealand Test match, which England lost by 1 run, James Anderson stranded down the leg side by
yeah.
Wagner.
But to be honest, selection was one of the things that I was really surprised with Pakistan management. I didn't realize why both Nasheem and Shaheen were dropped from the test match. It was a very
Yeah, that was
important.
actually, I don't know what
Yeah,
was the
I think
logic behind that.
Shaheen's decision was acceptable. Okay, he was not in the correct frame of mind, and he was sent back to get the basics correct and then come back. But Nasim bowled well in the last match. There was absolutely no sense why Nasim was
Yeah,
dropped.
yeah, I found it more perplexed to be honest when the test coach Jason Gillespie was asked about the decision and said workload management. I didn't really understand this workload management phase. I'm still trying to find out what is the best meaning of workload management. They haven't played. Pakistan hasn't played for I don't know for since the T20 World Cup, so they have a pretty good kind of a break for a month, which don't really get in international cricket as a bowler. So they're pretty much good time to yeah Sri Lanka lost whatever,
Yeah,
but
so yeah, I think yeah,
good.
Kanchan was saying yeah, definitely. So if we
Yeah,
speak of that for Kanchan, yeah, I think the point where Sri Lanka lost was on day one, that last session when England was at 200, 16 for 6, I think, and then Gus Atkinson came and scored that 100. That just changed the momentum of the test.
yeah. What I was saying that they got a pretty good time off from the game for a month, and then you come back and test. It's never easy when you're coming back from a break. They got some rhythm in a test match, and this is their best chance to show their quality with the ball in hand. Nasheem bowled beautifully in the last test. Even Shaheen towards the back end of the in the second innings, he bowled, got his group back. If it was a test match, why he could have used him pretty better, but they decided to rule him out. The next test match is in October, in the first week of October. So that means the whole world is nothing. We can take another break for an hour, for a month, at least for 4 weeks. I don't understand why do you drop two of your best bowlers when you are in a need to win a test match at home. You have lost five, drawn four in the last nine test matches. That's a pretty poor average. Even Zimbabwe has owned more than you in the last nine test matches. So that's a pretty bad decision from team management. Even if it's the coach, head coach, captain, whoever it is, even the president or whoever it is, I don't know whoever it is, but the decision is really poor. Every child is to me. If you are going in a test match and you know you need to understand, take for the first moment, as far as I am concerned, the most important thing to win a test match is take 20 wickets. You're not gonna win a test match by having scored 500, and no matter how many times you score it. Picking 20 wickets means you have to pick your best bowlers. These two are your best bowlers, irrespective of how Khurram, Manzoor, Muhammad Ali, and Mir Hamza is bowled. Understand? You could have changed anyone from three slot, inexperienced one. You should have kept one at least, or maybe both of them, but not surely not both of them. What happened actually when I see understand, you know, I was finding it very peculiar. When you got the young bowlers, always come up with so much energy, as you saw, Muhammad Ali or Khurram Manzoor. Khurram Manzoor was brilliant with the new ball in the first innings in Bangladesh in the game. By the time the stage of the partnership, they're looking at each other because they are inexperienced. They don't know how to break this partnership. They haven't been in this level. This is where your experienced bowler like Shahid and Nasheem, they know how to break these partnerships. Even in the last game, it was Shaheen who broke the partnership. It was Nasheem who broke the partnership. So they know how to deal with the situation, and that's why you lack a bit. Bangladesh batted really well. More than I know Litton scored a century, but I'm really impressed with Miraj. He's a brilliant all rounder. One of those bowlers who made his debut in 2016 against England and showed his capability with the ball, and now he has grown with the bat. And Litton, as I mentioned last week, is one of those guys like KL Rahul, has so much potential, so much quality, doesn't use it at his best, but when he does, it looks the best on the eyes. Some of the shots he played, some of the pull shots he played was brilliant. I was watching. Obviously, we don't get the streaming, so it's hard to follow the game live. But one of those guys just shared a tap mad kind of a channel with me, so I was stitched into the game live and saw some of his shots. Pretty good. Getting on the bounce in Pakistan and hit those boundaries or over boundaries on the square region, one of the hardest shots. And Miraj, some of the shots he played straight down the ground was another exceptional one. So yeah, pretty good. I think catch drop. Another point. Poor fielding. Pakistan had the chance to pick up a wicket in the last session, to pick up the last two overs in the opening day. And short circle dropped his sitter. Absolutely dolly. And you dropped it. This is a poor fielding aspect. So you are poor fielding. There is a team selection is wrong. Then there's a batting wrong. Then there is a bowling unable to break partnerships. All these aspects ended up
Surely,
being the
we
result.
have a couple of questions for you as well.
Yes,
We have
Saptarshi, I
Gaurav
think.
Saha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, both of them.
I think Gaurav Shah is just venting out his
Anti-Babar.
frustration on Babar Azam.
Even
Babar
Jeet
Azam
Okay,
Ganguly
getting
is
Gaurav is
better
dropped.
back.
than Babar.
Hey, what is speaking, man? I think he's just saying Babar Azam has to be dropped at any cost.
To
So,
be
whom do you
dropped.
see
What
in
do you
place of Babar Azam?
Azam Khan.
Oh yeah, Azam Khan.
Okay,
But
he says
Azam Khan
Babar
himself
Azam
was
should.
dropped from the T20 side.
Gaurav Shah is
So
having some fun out there. Yeah.
Ganguly better than Babar. Uh, I I really
Brother,
feel bad.
there is no one better than Babar Azam at this point to replace him.
I feel bad for him. Obviously, he got a pretty ordinary ball in the first innings or the first match, down the left side, tried to tickle it down for a boundary edge. Second innings, I think he got.
I think this ball was pretty straight ball. I think it was just slightly an arm ball sort of a ball. I mean, it was.
As with,
Well, yeah,
yeah,
player of Babar Azam standard, you don't expect to miss such deliveries. I mean, definitely not.
surely, and it was he has a big struggle against left-arm spinners, as most of right-handed batters these days have. Struggle against left-arm spinners. And Shakib was bowling well. It wasn't like he bowled badly, but he was playing well. He was in a bit of a groove in his own way of scoring those runs. Suddenly, one of the ball he just missed and dead straight. Those balls he
okay, so
got.
Gaurav Shah is asking to bring back Sarfaraz in place of Babar Azam.
It was
I thought
Babar Azam
Sarfraz would have
who
played
drove
this one.
Sarfaraz away from the team. So
Yeah, I
I
didn't
don't think
understand why
that
they
is
dropped
happening.
him. Should have been. He was captain, captaining the side 3 4 years ago, and suddenly was dropped from the team, and
Won them
without
the
any reason.
Champions Trophy.
Yeah, without any reason. I don't see why he was dropped because a pretty good average of 35 as a wicket keeper. I always believe in a team of test matches, your best wicket keeper should play, no matter what his average is, and 35 is a pretty good average.
Yeah, to be honest,
Okay,
I think
Pallav.
Sarfaraz.
Yeah, Pallav has got a comment. क्यों नहीं हो रहा comeback? Just got real for Babar. Yeah, surely. Totally
Totally
out
out
of
of
track
track.
after his photo shoot. Yeah.
I think Ronaldo said one thing. I'll again bring football analogy because I also follow football equally. I think Ronaldo said one thing that when before you win a trophy or before you win a particular accolade, you should not touch it or look at it because then the trophy's curse gets to you. And it's really, I mean, it has been shown for multiple times that when two teams are walking out for the final with the trophy in the middle and a couple of players from one team touch the trophy and that team went on to lose despite being heavy favorites. So I think I mean these are things that you might want to believe in because I mean I don't see any
He
other
is
reason.
actually right. How many times have we seen Virat looking at that World Cup, looking at the World Test Championship match, T20 World Cup? How many times have we seen it? Virat always looks at the trophy and hasn't really got the chance to touch it at all. So this is actually clear.
Think about Rohit Sharma. He was staring at this thing.
The
He was
staring.
staring at the
Oh,
Yeah,
the
and he
he
ODI
hasn't
was
got a
World
scared.
Cup.
He
chance.
was staring like his love, like the love of his life.
At least he got one T20 World Cup. For Virat, he's nothing. He got a Test Championship miss towards the start, but that wasn't the World Test Championship as we know. But he
I
was
think
looking
Virat
at the
got.
World Cup
Yeah, I think Virat got everything almost. He
with the
completed
bat.
white ball.
Yeah, with the bat. But I'm not sure with the
Yeah.
trophy. Trophy cabinet is absolutely free. Nothing is
No,
there. So
I think he got an ODI World Cup, a Champions Trophy, and a T20 World Cup. Virat Kohli.
yeah,
No,
but
I think
not
he's
as
talking
captain.
from a captaincy point of view,
Not
not
his
from a
point of
captain's
view.
Acha,
point
right,
of view.
right,
He wasn't handed over the
Acha, right,
captain. He
yeah.
was like Amos said, yellow. Pakdo.
right.
Let's move to the ongoing game. Just finished. England and Sri Lanka. I thought Sri Lanka showed some fight back in the second innings or in the first innings.
Yeah,
Sri
It
Lanka.
was
and
all out.
Gus Atkinson has again got his name on the honors board. Again, a
Yeah.
fifer.
I think the guys in the Lords, Lords, the theory, they are running out of ink to, as Stuart Broad
Yeah.
just mentioned, running out of ink to
Yeah.
pen down the name of Gus Atkinson. What is his favorite ground? Is it a simple question? What is favorite ground for Gus Atkinson at the moment? It's Lords. 100 in the
Also, I
inning.
think he is just the third English player to take a fifer and score a century in the same test after Tony Greig and Ian Botham. Ian Botham did it 5 times
Tony
actually.
Ian Botham. To be in a list with Ian Botham, that's a pretty huge kind of a responsibility when you have when you're in a list with Ian Botham at any stage of your career.
Also,
That's
Ben
crazy.
Stokes hasn't been in this list till now.
Yeah.
By the way, you guys so surprised. I don't know whether it's surprised or not. This is Sri Lanka first test loss in London. Can you guys believe it? First test loss for Sri Lanka in London. They
And how
never
many
lost
have
a
they
test
played?
match. Nine.
Yes.
They drew all. The drew in Kennington Oval, the drew in Lords. This is their first loss. I, I feel
Hard to believe,
actually,
actually.
Saptarshi,
yeah,
I have a small question for you. You said that Ben Stokes is not in this elite list. So how good of a bowler? I mean, how elitely do you rank Ben Stokes, the bowler? As a batsman, he's phenomenal. Like as a bowler, how good do you think he is? I mean, in that sense, I think it is quite justified that he's not in that list, because I don't think he has that he's not in that top level of bowlers to get fifers in a
Yeah, I
test
think
match.
he's mostly known for his batting. But if I consider his bowling, I think he has had spells where he has done the heavy lifting. He has bowled for 10, 12 overs. And for that, I will take the example of the Headingley match only, where he scored that 135 odd. People remember that knock with Jack Leach. But people mostly forget what he did in that innings before that. He bowled 12 overs on trot, I think, and he picked up 3 or 4 wickets. I don't exactly remember the count, but he kept on rushing in, and bowled with all energy and bowled 12 heavy overs. I remember even he did that at Lords last year also, I think, where he kept on
South
bowling
Africa.
short.
Yeah, the
I
game
think
against
Ben
South
Stokes
Africa
is one
itself.
bowler who has the knack of picking up wickets, and he has, I mean,
Yeah,
in
also
cricketing,
also at that also in
yeah,
that Edgbaston Test match, he out of nowhere he got Khawaja bowled when Khawaja looked like he just won't get out. In Edgbaston
Right.
only, I think he got Khawaja bowled
I think, yeah, as I was saying,
with
that
Pat
there's
Cummins
this
and
term
Lion bowled.
that,
I
yeah,
actually get the look because you said Khawaja. I was thinking, who is Khawaja? What you call it? Khawaja. What do you call it? Khawaja. What do you call it?
What?
Pretty great pronunciation. I was very peculiar when I say Pukowski. I just struggle all the time to say Will. That's it. What is name? Pukowski or what is very struggling name. But yeah, Ben Stokes, as I mentioned, one of the as Ritik mentioned, was a pretty good knack of taking wickets regularly.
yeah,
As it
that word. Yeah, sorry to interrupt, Supradeep. I was about to mention that word, golden arm, that we say. He has
golden
that
arm.
golden arm. Yeah,
And a pretty good old mom when you are doing it at a regular basics, 200 wickets. I think has picked up 200 wickets in the last West Indies series. So one of
yeah,
those batters, Jack Kelly's, Ian Botham, whoever it is, Kapil Dev, 200 wickets and more than not Kapil Dev, 5,000 runs he has scored, I guess. And some of the shots he play with the bat, some of the innings he has, some of the figures he has with the ball in hand. You always think he's the crisis man. Always the comes in when you need it's a need to take wickets or break a partnership, and so always raise his hand and does the job. And the game he mentioned, the Headingley game in the Ashes 2019, 2019. We don't actually remember that spelly bowl in both sides of the tree. Absolutely brilliant, and it's not easy. Okay, did England make the wrong decision by selecting Bashir over Hartley? Hartley could have contributed more with the bat and offered a reliable spin option. I don't think this England side need an extra batter at the moment of time, the way they are batting. I think the main reason, in my understanding, they picked up Soeb Bashir was because of his height. When you're going to Australia, height will be one of those biggest factor. Height, man, he's a big tall guy, so he will get a bounce on those pitches in
Yeah, I think
Australia.
if they had picked Hartley, maybe Hartley could have been the guy to bat at number 8 in down under. But now they have to bat mostly Gus Atkinson unless Vokes decides to Vokes they decide to send Vokes down under, which I don't think should be the case because Vokes has a pretty
I
poor
think
average outside home.
Yeah, I think Hartley will be a very good bowler in Asian conditions. They will pretty much go with Hartley and Bashir both. But in my understanding, when they are playing in England, they are going with Bashir because of his length, and he has bowled pretty well in the last Test match against the West Indies. I think it was in Edgbaston. One of the balls he bowled Jason Holder. He was winning between dragged down, but it's squared up with the ball with Jason Holder, and it's pretty good batter. Jason Holder, I'm talking about. So Bashir
Yeah, and
getting
also they are giving Bashir a long run, which I'm pretty happy about. Mostly,
yeah,
what happened with these teams is when they go to the subcontinent, you pick up 2, 3 spinners, and then you play, and then again you throw them away, and then 4 years later again you travel to the subcontinent and you take them. But they are
yeah.
giving Bashir a long run.
And that is a good thing because since Graham Swan hasn't really picked up a spinner with whom they have been very consistent.
Yeah,
There's
Moeen Ali played quite a few matches, and then I think there was Jack Leach.
Moeen Ali, yeah, you mentioned Moeen Ali, but that was mainly because he was an all-rounder, not a spinner who is basically a spin bowler. They
yeah. After
tried.
Graham Swan, he's
There's
the
no
only
one.
regular spinner. regular
Yeah,
spinner actually.
Yeah, Grimswan and I think Monty Panesar played for a few
Monty
Yeah,
years.
Patterson, yeah, you could say. But Ben Stokes was really clear. Even Joe Root was really clear when they go to it. Jack Leach, but because he got injured towards the end of his career, lost a bit of spin, and you thought it's time to look at a young spinner. It was pretty good of decision from Ben Stokes to be honest, just to see a video of Bashir and pick him in the Indians in India trip, and he did well. And now they're going with him, persisting with him for the whole summer. Then they have a tour to Pakistan. Surely Bashir is going to play the 3 matches, and I think the biggest challenge for him will be to play the games in New Zealand. If he does well in New Zealand, even in South Africa, whenever they tour there, in those places, you realize how does he getting the bouncing balls, and that it will be very helpful for the England side. Australia should
I think
think of
continuing, Oz should think of another wicket-keeping batsman other than Kerry, so he's asking for a backup
maybe.
in case Kerry misses out.
Who do you
Who
have?
is the wicket-keeper?
Who do we have at the moment, or who do they have at the moment? Peter has
Before
come score.
Kerry, before Kerry came, who was keeping for them? Team Payne, I guess. Okay, so after Team Payne, it
Team
was Kerry.
Payne, there was Peter
Bring back
has
Team
come
Payne. I want Team Payne, Rishabh Pant banter at Down Under again.
Tim Payne, man, yeah, I also feel for him. Very pretty simple block. Keeping in South Africa suddenly said you are gonna captain tomorrow. Get ready, and he captained the game when he was under pressure. There was nothing. The whole South Africa media, South Africa fan was after him. He was captain Australia side, and I remember that watching that the show the Australia, what they call it, the Australian Test series, the new era of Australia and the web series that we have, the on Prime, and then the former coach, one of my favorites, as you know, uh,
Yeah,
JL.
but to be honest, I think if Kerry is injured or something, I think maybe they will go to Josh Inglis. I'm not sure of any other name at the moment. I
Josh
think
English
Josh Inglis
does he play
was there in the few names when Team Payne was sidelined. I think Josh Inglis was among the few names that came up.
they surely, I think.
Is
Question.
Matthew Wade
Good
considered
question.
anymore for
Yeah,
the
Kanchan was
longer
pretty
No,
format?
good
I,
because
but I think Matthew Wade is
that's a pretty good question because
pretty aged at the
yeah,
moment.
taken
I
his
think.
time off. I think he has.
I think he will not play
How many
T20 also for
first
long.
class games he has played? Yeah, to be honest, the way he's going, yeah, his plays. Josh Inglis is regular. He's regular in first class games for Western for he's from
Will Iyer
he's
get a
from England.
chance for?
He plays
We have another
for
question
Perth, so
regarding
Western
the
Australia.
India-Bangladesh series.
Will I get a chance in Bangladesh series? Wicketkeeper for India, Pant or Jurel. India's batting lineup. If Iyer, KL are all fire
Fit.
or
I
fail.
think he's saying fit.
Fit. Will I get a chance in Bangladesh wicketkeeper for India? I'm going with Pant for sure. As I said, I don't see any other wicketkeeper getting a chance if Pant is in the squad, especially because of his overseas talent. He has scored a century in South Africa, I think in Australia twice, and wicketkeeping has improved quite a lot in the recent years. Will Iyer get a chance in Bangladesh series? I am really struggling to see him getting back in the squad at the moment. I don't see him getting to Australia at the moment with his struggle against the bouncers. He just got out a few days ago in the Pusiabu tournament against the short balls against one of those unknown fast bowlers. He has his struggle. He has changed his technique. Instead, he has gone back to a bit of open face stance, but still has been struggling uh, against the short ball. But because he has started to think about the short ball a little more, he has been kind of fishing in the outside ball. So I don't see him
Subradeep,
getting a chance. Yeah,
Subradeep, you said that you want to start Pant, but then again, how do you drop Jurel after the last England series? Or I mean,
well,
Jurel or
that
Sarfaraz?
that's
I
very
mean, like
pretty unfortunate. But you have to say, how many times it's pretty unfortunate. I understand, but when you are backing a senior player, when he comes back, you got to go with him, and I understand it. Pretty to really get his chances, but at the moment, I
Yeah, so
don't
the
see
lineup
anyone.
mostly will be like Rohit and Jaiswal at the top, and Gill I think will be spot at 3, and Virat at 4, and then 5 will be Rishabh Pant, 6.
I'm not dropping Sarfraz. I think yes, he thought I am dropping what I'm dropping Sarfraz. No, I'm not dropping Sarfraz. I'm going with Sarfraz, and I'm
Okay.
keeping Pant. I'm not going
Okay,
with
so
KL.
5 and 6 Sarfaraz and Pant, and then
Yeah,
7 is 7.
yeah,
I think Jadeja is there, and then
so then
then as
and
usual.
you can play anyone. Doesn't matter in
Jadeja,
India. Okay.
Ashwin, Kuldeep, I think, and then maybe I don't see any utility of playing Bumrah in this series, to be honest.
Are you
I am
dropping Akshar?
actually, yeah, Akshay, I'm dropping Akshay. Yeah, I'm dropping
It's
Akshay at the moment. Yes, because I don't see him again. As I said, when
it's we you know
it's a good
we
headache.
keep on abusing the selectors, but it's a tough job
It's a tough
being
job,
the selector of the
and
Indian board. It's a tough
it's
job.
a good headache, and it's a good headache to have rather than you are trying to find new players with like Pakistan are finding. So it's a good headache to have at the moment. I'm actually really hopeful to see new pacers in the game. In the series, at least for the Bangladesh series. No Mohammad Shami, surely, as I have been confirmed by one of those my mates.
Yeah, I think
No
Akashdeep
Bumrah for
will be
sure.
there. He played well against England.
Akash is there, but I want to see a left arm pacer. Arshdeep, I think he's
Arshdeep
ready at the
maybe.
moment. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
really fascinated to see him back. Has done really well. I mean, how it's been so many years. We haven't really consistent with the left arm pacer. We need a left arm
Natarajan.
pacer. Natarajan
I
has
think
been
Zahir
there,
Khan
but
was the last one
inconsistent.
when India
Yeah,
were
no
playing
one
with a
is
regular.
him.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Zahir
no
and
one. Even
Irfan, I guess. Irfan and Zahir.
yeah, Irfan pretty old. I think pretty
I think
more
that's
I still
pretty
remember
way
that
back.
first, yeah, that first over hat trick against Pakistan.
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 Yeah. Who can forget?
Every time we try to make a bit of a judgment or a discussion, Pakistan always kind of pops up in our discussions. But yeah, so
Today's
Irfan,
discussion is about Pakistan, so it,
so there was Irfan Pathan, then was Zahir Khan, then there was no one. In the middle, there was a point of time where
Ashish
India was
Nehra, but yeah, he was still not that
not
good
a test
in
match.
tests. Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
Yeah.
not a
So
regular test
Yeah, one
bowler.
pacer who played only one test, one left-arm pacer is Natarajan. Only one test, Gaba.
yeah,
Ah.
but
That famous
I
test,
think
Gaba.
What a
Natarajan.
performance and what a performance.
Yep.
Yeah, but one of the things that I always struggle to see, Natarajan hasn't played first class game. I think that was his last first class game. I'm not sure, but let me just check. Okay, so first class game. Yeah, that was his last first class game. So hasn't really touched the red ball for 3 years. Now making him come back won't be the right idea. Jadab Munakkar actually really bowled well in the Bangladesh away series. They dropped him, and I don't understand why. He is still bowling well, playing for Sussex at the moment. He's pretty good. 15 overs, 16 runs given, 2 wickets picked up, bowled really good cutter to the opponent left arm opening batter. So he's a good one. But I don't see anyone apart from Arshdeep Singh at the moment. Can they
Yeah,
try
Jade
Khalil? One
Munakkar
of those
played
guys.
a couple of tests, I think, against Bangladesh in 2022.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. So it could be one of those guys who can use up. Pant is returning from injury. I think India should not hurry him for Bangladesh stage. All depends on how he performs in the Dublev Trophy, and that's why that 5 days will be really crucial for him. But then I think he has shown his fitness at the moment. Played for pretty much the whole IPL. I know it's not easy to keep 90 overs in this heat, especially in India. If you are asked to keep for 150 overs and then kind of try to come up and bat, test matches are not equal to T20s and ODIs, but you have to think that this is their best chance to get him ready, prepared for the Australia series. They need him for the Australia series for sure. If Pant gets in the team, then you can actually go with 5 pacers. I mean, five, not 5 bowlers actually. So Pant's all judgment will be in the New Zealand and Bangladesh series. And if you don't try him for the Bangladesh series, you will actually first say you go with Jurel in the first Bangladesh match. Okay, then he scores the 100. You go with in the second match, he scores another 100. Now it's tough to absolutely drop. It can't be dropped. If you score two hundreds back to back, you can't drop Jurel. Now you actually follow him up with New Zealand series. Then you're actually thinking, should I go with Jurel in Australia? And should I drop Pant for Australia on the back of what he has done? Twice century, he scored in Gabba, Sydney, wherever it is. Well, Sydney, he loves it. Scored at 159 in 2019, so he loves it. And
Yes.
but you have to go with Pant at the moment for sure, irrespective of his injury. And the Relief Trophy, I think, due to start in 4 days, pretty much important for him and his fitness. Really important for all the players, even with KL Rahul. Hasn't played red ball cricket for a long time. Wasn't there for the England series apart from the Hyderabad test. So his fitness will be really important. As I mentioned, I don't see Shreyas Iyer, so I don't really understand why. I
DJ,
think DJ can play
DJ.
along with
Jurel.
Dhruv
Oh,
Jurel.
DJ.
Okay, DJ. I don't know who's
Okay.
DJ. Dhruv Jurel can play along with Pant. But if Dhruv Jurel plays with Pant, then you have to drop Sarfraz. And I don't want to drop Sarfraz because I think he will have a significant factor in Australia. Given if
Yeah,
you
but
are
if Rahul now plays, then you have to drop both Sarfaraz and Jurel.
the only reason, as I mentioned, the last one of those sort of discussions that I only the reason I go with Surprise is if you are four down for say nothing for say your 20 per four, and Surprise has the kind of ability to go berserk, to be aggressive and score that quick fire 60, 70 runs, which is really helpful in Australia, prove out to be the margin of a test match victory or lose or defeat. So that's the reason, only reason why I'm going with Surprise. But he has a bit of a struggle against the short balls too. Even Jaswal, I have seen him play so many balls in the air, and Matthew Hayden mentioned it that if you play the ball in the air, don't keep it in the ground, then you might be under trouble in Australia. The bounce is really gonna take your stage. Has Jaswal played against Nathan Lyon? Has he or hasn't? Has he played against
No,
Australia?
Jaiswal has played. No, I think.
So he hasn't faced Nathan Lyon yet, and that's my biggest threat. Nathan Lyon against a left-arm batter, he's pretty good a bowler. I mean, with all this experience, he has been really excited. He spoke about it in the press conference, in Australia, that he's really looking forward to bowl against Jaiswal. And when he said it, I am really under pressure because I love Nathan Lyon bowling when he picked up this 500 wicket in the form of Fahim Ashraf, and he was pretty good bowler to be honest. Bowling in Australia, picking up as a finger spinner, you pick up 500 more Test wickets is a good thing. Yeah,
I
as I
think Utkarsh
mentioned.
is having surprise a
Yeah,
problem
that
with
is,
short balls, which was dropped in
yeah, that is
IPL.
what I
But
mentioned. But he is more compact player.
yeah, I remember one ball Mark Wood bowled to him. He just tried to dab it sort of, and he fell down and it traveled till third man because of the pace.
Yeah, I understand he has a bit of short ball problems.
Guys, I'll probably need to take leave. So
Okay,
Okay. No
okay.
Okay.
issues. I think.
I'll see you in the next
Thank you.
Uh,
session.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Bye
okay,
bye.
thanks a lot.
Bye.
Yeah, you
Rajta
too.
will be back
Bye
again in
bye.
the next video. Okay. So, anyways, I mean, coming back to Utkarsh's question, um, yeah, Sarfaraz has that problem. I think once they travel to Australia, they may think of. I told it last day also may think of going with Rahul, considering his experience. But then again, Dhruv Jurel is there. I mean, India have got quite a bit of players here and there, so they need
Yeah.
to get that 11
Well,
cut out. It's
if India has the guts to drop Karun Nair after a 300, they can easily drop Dhruv Jurel for sure. They have the guts. The selector have the guts to drop a Karun Nair after he scored the 300 in Chennai, so they can surely drop Dhruv Jurel. But Dhruv Jurel was pretty new in the series, and how many tests he played? Three or two? I think he played a Ranchi one. He played the one in
he played three matches, Dhruv Jurel, the last three.
Rajkot, Ranchi,
Rajkot, Ranchi, and Dharamshala.
Dharamshala. So he has been new, and many opponents haven't seen him. That's a critical advantage. But disadvantage is we haven't really understand what his weakness is. So one time, one of the weakness getting exposed, every team will come up with. And I'm not sure about. He's a compact player, but every batter has his own weakness, and it will
Yeah, that's always the issue when when you straight away burst onto the scene. You have that advantage with you. Nobody knows
advantage
you in and
because
out. And
suddenly
now after
people are
playing one good innings, and especially in this age of analytics and data, people will just figure you in and out, and then you never know.
easily.
I
So
mean,
that's what I'm
yeah,
thinking. Because I've seen Surprise batting. Well, Surprise was new too in the series he just debuted, but I think he has played
yes.
so many games in Mumbai. He's pretty experienced as far as first class game is concerned. So
Also, I think Utkarsh is asking Shardul Thakur for BGT.
maybe, surely, but I don't know why. I don't know how they're gonna make him straight away in the series without playing him in the New Zealand or Bangladesh series. Surely, he's not in the Duleep Trophy at the moment because I think he's injured. I think
And
it's
if
just gonna.
Shardul doesn't play, whom do they play at number 8? Do they go with both Jadeja and Ashwin in Australia? And just three pacers in Shami, Bumrah, and Siraj?
Tend to
Or
go.
do they go with four pacers but and sacrifice the batting depth?
But then you have a bit of a threat of getting bowled down under 200.
I think batting depth is very much needed in
Yeah, I
BGT.
Needed,
mean,
yeah.
I remember that second test in South Africa, which it was definitely not easy to bat on that track, and they went with, I think, Prasid, Mukesh, Bumrah, and Siraj.
It could have
That
been
second
really
test.
better. Could have been really better had they got Prasidh Krishna in for the Australia trip. He's a tall,
But
fast
then
bowler.
again, I mean, if you tell someone who can bowl pace and also bat at number 8, I think Shardul at the moment is the sole option. I don't see any other.
There's no one else actually. That is a pretty much problem. Otherwise, I don't see him without Shardul. How can they play? Because you are going into
But
Indian
then
was
again,
playing.
Shardul's bowling form has really gone down the line. I mean, even in South Africa, he was dropped after that fast test because his line and
I
line
think
was so
recently he has
inconsistent.
not been with the not that good with the bat also. I mean, like what he used to be. Uh, yeah,
Yeah, also Shardul has been mostly
Ranji
that kind
Trophy a
of
few
player who
days.
has been tried overseas, not a lot at home
Yeah.
because India never needed that extra pace bowling all rounder at home. And that's the advantage that India could have had Hardik been able to play test, but Hardik's fitness never allowed him to play long in test. And I mean, India never got that proper pace bowling all rounder, to be honest.
yeah, absolutely. India
India
is
is
a
concerned.
conservative team. They can't go to four paces in Australia.
True, and they are not playing any practice game before that first test in Perth. So you're always kind of guessing what will be the pitch, what will be the pace, bowling of the options, and how the batters will manage to play the short balls. So I can understand going with four pacers. By the time you are pretty much, in the series, maybe the third test, maybe the fourth test, but not surely at the start. I'm not starting with four pacers in any way. So Shami, Siraj, and Shardul has 100 runs in the semi-final. Yeah, he has. I think he scored there, but that was again. That was again without Shardul. Who do we have? Have we made anyone ready? We haven't actually. Chintan Gaja is one of those players from Saurashtra. He's pretty good, but he isn't really a
Is
batter.
Harshit Rana fit for red ball?
No, surely no. Let me just check. Harshit Rana. I don't think Harshit Rana is ready. Is he? Harshit Rana. How many games has he played? Okay,
Harshit
he's pretty,
Rana, I
pretty
think
much
his Harshit
average. I would
Rana
say
has
decent
first class. He's played
kind of
just
a
seven first class matches.
seven games.
Yeah,
All
he has scored quite a bit of runs in first class,
wow.
but
Yes,
he
one
played just
century.
seven. Yeah, he's got seven first class matches, 343 runs, 49 average, but he has played just seven. That's the thing, just
Pretty new.
seven.
22 years of age. Yeah, 22 years of age. Pretty new in the setup.
Yeah, I mean, before Shardul came to
What
the
are the
scene, if
pace
we
bowling
remember,
options?
it was mostly Ashwin and
Let's
Jadeja. They
start with
had to go with two spinners.
yeah. Let's start with the one thing. Who are our pace bowling options apart from Bumrah, Shami, and Siraj? Who are you looking at?
Prasid, Mukesh,
Who do you
Akashdeep,
have?
Arshdeep,
I'm not going with Akashdeep with his medium pace in Australia. Rashid, yeah,
Prasid and
surely number
Mukesh.
four.
Mukesh,
Mukesh, not
Arshdeep, I think
sure.
would be yeah.
Or
Arshdeep is
it
there,
might be.
I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Mukesh apart from Sydney test because I think Sydney is a very bit dry test, dry game, mostly rain, so slow pitch, one of the subcontinent type of tracks in Australia. So maybe for Sydney, not for Perth, one of those fast bowlers in Prasid Krishna should be there. Who do we have in the all round section? No one. Because we are so good in spin bowling all rounders, haven't really developed anyone. Harshit goes to Australia, plays, he will return with some he he is for sure, yeah. He will be some he will might get some bans for kissing someone, in the face. But yeah, and there will be no Shah Rukh Khan at the point of time to save him. So yeah, uh, struggling. India is struggling with their all rounders. Shardul played. How many matches Shardul played in the last trip? Four. He played the first one. Did he play the first one?
No,
He played.
when
No.
in the last BT you were saying last BT played
Yeah,
only
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
last match.
No, the last
That
one,
was his
last
second.
Australia match.
That was the second test of his career. His first test was against West Indies, where he got injured in 2018 at home,
Oh
and
yeah,
then his second test was that Gabba test.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then from there
Yeah.
on, he kept on
So
playing only
he,
those overseas tests. Against England, he played a couple, I think. Against South Africa, he played two or three in 2021. Then he played again
we
against
are
South Africa.
we are 4 months
So
away
whenever
from
India needed pace bowling, extra pace bowler, they went with Shardul
yeah.
overseas.
So we are pretty much 4 months away from a team selection, and we are struggling to pick our pace bowlers and all rounders. That was why we are stand at the moment from Australia. They are pretty much set up. The only question for them is whether to go with Mitchell Marsh or Cameron Green. But we are really struggling. Can we go with both Ashwin and Jadeja is the question, but not. I don't think they are gonna go with Ashwin in the first game in Perth because it bound to
No,
be.
I think in 2021 series, once Kohli went home, I think they played both Ashwin and Jadeja at Sydney. Sorry, yeah, at MCG and at Sydney. And then only when Jadeja broke his thumb and Ashwin also had the back spasm thing, I think they had to drop both and I mean rest
Yeah.
both. And then Sundar came in and Shardul came in.
have no one at the moment, so they are struggling. We are struggling to pick up the team. The selectors will struggle to pick up the team unless they have someone magical name coming in their mind. We who do we have?
All right. Do
Who
we
have
have any more questions, Saptarshi?
no,
No, I
I
think at the moment nothing else. People are also struggling to find out that extra player. Maybe that's why the questions are drying up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I mean, if anyone can suggest any good name for the number 8 spot,
Yeah.
we are fighting hard to find it at the moment.
Those who are watching, guys, please help us with that one player.
Yeah. So, anyways, I mean, um, and I don't know whom India will go with. Let's see, and maybe we will get also a fair idea after this Bangladesh and New Zealand series. And as of that, as of our initial topic, Pakistan, Bangladesh, I think tomorrow is definitely going to be a big day. And after this
Yeah.
series, Pakistan are inviting England. England will come for a 3-match series, and let's see
I think
what
Naman
happens.
Daga is saying already feeling Monday blues on a Sunday night? Question mark.
Yeah, that's why fighting hard to find that number 8 player for India. If you have any suggestions, man, then maybe we won't fill that Monday blue. Utkarsh is saying no options. Yeah,
no options actually. He's right.
honestly.
Utkarsh is right. Utkarsh is right. No options at the moment. There's so many spin bowling all around us. That's why we're India. Pretty good at home. We're actually pretty good in overseas too in the recent years. But we're struggling apart from Shardul Thakur. Surely is a lord. Man. Hmm. Can we go with someone like someone new? Who do we have as a fast bowling all rounder from the IPL? Apart from Hardik,
Shivam Dubey.
no, not Shivam Dube for sure in test matches at all. At least not for test matches. Who do we have? Ah, Kolkata goes with always the overseas all-rounders in Russell. Then Sunrisers go with Pat Cummins. They go. Then they have Bhuvaneshwar. Then Chennai have Shivam, Jadeja, Shardul. They have. Then they go with Delhi. They have.
Deepak can't bowl 4 overs. Leave him, man.
Who do really have in the all-round section? They have
I
So
think
one name is coming to my mind, Vijay Shankar.
Utkarsh has
Yeah.
got another name, another lord.
Vijay Shankar.
I think the
Pretty
three-dimensional
good.
player.
I
Yeah.
think he's good.
If Ambati Rayudu is watching this video, please forgive Utkarsh.
So I think Ahmad is the new selector. Make him selector. Ahmad will select Vijay Shankar's name for sure.
Now for that he needs to buy
But
3D
yeah,
glasses first.
oh God, don't bring that.
Yeah.
That is why we always struggle. That is why we badly need Hardik Pandya to get ready for test matches in pretty good time. He is in at the moment. I don't see him playing test matches in the next 2 years with all the T20 tournaments and ICC tournaments India have.
No, I think Hardik is that good a player in white ball format that India doesn't won't risk him in this red ball. He's that good a player. You just can't risk him by playing him in the red ball format.
I'm excited for the series Australia, but surely, but I'm not really too concerned because I've already won 2 series there. I'm really looking forward to the South Africa series that's
Okay, I am
coming in.
conducting some share of research. I've got one name. I haven't followed him much. Raj Angat Bawa, some player. I'm not sure if
Yeah, he was in
he
the
can
under
be.
19,
Raj
I think, in
Ankat,
2022.
Yeah.
And then he played a couple of matches, I think, at the Punjab Kings before he just sort of vanished, I think.
Ravi Teja. Ravi Teja is another name I'm getting. I'm actually conducting
yeah,
some
I mean,
research on
Hyderabad.
this.
Hyderabad.
Yep.
I think he's a pretty good
Yep.
bowler. Pretty good player, but I need to see his record because he's pretty good. I've seen him a few bits and pieces and bits in the Ranji Trophy.
Another name coming up, Ramandeep Singh. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ramandeep playing in KKR.
not sure about first class game. Not sure about his first class records to be honest, because bowls well, but I want someone who bowls fast. Doesn't need he has to be pretty good with the bat, but I want someone who is really really fast with the ball. Someone who can at least give you 15 overs in a day, just to give rest to the premier pacers.
Utkarsh is a big Vijay fan, and he just
He's a 4D
was
player.
joined as a
Okay.
4D player, not 3D.
I'm sure Utkarsh is from Chennai. I think he is from Tamil Nadu. That's why he's always looking for bigger. Ramandeep Singh has played 3 first-class games, 124 runs. He has bowled only
Utkarsh is
10
saying
overs.
Venkatesh Iyer, Venki.
Venkatesh, nah, he's struggling to score runs in Manchester at the moment for the Roses. I don't see him how getting fit in the team for India. So
But
no,
yeah, this is definitely a problem that India will have to solve eventually. A lack of pace bowling all rounders.
and they don't have much time to prepare someone at the moment.
I mean, this is
That's
not just a problem which is happening now. It's been for quite some time. I mean,
Yeah,
batting
actually,
Hardik Pandya. Who else has been there? They
I
had
mean,
Stuart Binnie playing for
long
quite
back
some
Kapil
time, and
Dev,
I
way
mean,
back. That was way
I
back.
mean,
Yeah,
man, that was maybe 15 years before we were born, 10
yeah.
years before we were born.
But yeah,
So
apart from
I
Hardik,
think Utkarsh,
yeah,
what Utkarsh is saying, Shashank Singh,
Tours are
does,
not.
does he bowl, does he bowl pace? I don't know exactly.
No, 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 no. I think he's. I think he's making some mistakes with Shashank. The same mistake that Punjab made in the auction table.
Yeah, so he's coming. Sorry, real Shashank Singh.
Um, top all rounders. We don't have top all rounders. Google is struggling.
yeah,
Yeah,
Google is also
feeling for the BCCI selectors.
surely.
going to be hard. So surely at the end of the day, they will come back and say Shardul is our man.
That's why the point you mentioned, Hardik Pandya, if he had he been, I mean, fit enough for tests, I mean, what an asset he would have become for India for
Wow.
sure.
Yeah, and I mean, the few tests that he played, he was pretty good. Who can forget his knock at Cape Town? I think 93 he got.
Yeah,
And also the 5 he got at Trent Bridge in 2018. He got 100 in Sri Lanka. So he was very good till the time he played. But then,
I just googled that top 5 all rounders to watch out for. Who have done well in Ranji Trophy, and Google suggested my own article that I actually penned down, and I actually mentioned Nitish Reddy. I actually forgot his name. Nitish
okay,
Reddy
so
is one of
Nitish
the
Kumar
guys.
Reddy was there. But
yeah, yeah.
ready enough
And
for something like a BGT?
okay, so I wrote it last year in October, and I mentioned Nitish Reddy, Nishan Sindhu, Manap Shuthar, and Tanush Kotian, who is a spinner, so he's not in the reckoning for the show. Nitish
Manav Sutar also is a spinner, I guess.
Manap Shuthar, let me just check.
I think
Yeah,
what I think
left
Utkarsh is saying something. Can't we? Sorry, what is he saying? Poach someone like
arm.
England. Okay,
Can I pick someone like
Okay,
England?
so I think he is telling us to bring someone as import, like England has done. Jofra, Adil, everyone has come from outside. Jason Roy from South Africa.
Chris Jordan. Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin Peterson from South Africa. Morgan from Ireland.
We're struggling, man. We don't have much. Even if you see in Bengal's team, we are not really. Who do you have? That the guy left arm spinner. What's his name? I just forget. What is his name? We both left arm spin plays for RCB and SRH. In the Bengal team.
Okay, okay. So I think it's Shabazz Ahmed.
Sabah, and he's a spinner again. So we don't have much
No,
pace
spinner.
volleyball
India
around.
already has Ashwin, and then they can also bring Washington if they need.
They can have, yeah, they always bring. They already have Akshar, so Akshar is
They
getting
have got
dropped.
Akshar also. Yes,
So
spinner is
Akshar is
not the
getting.
concern. India can play four spinners who can bat.
One thing is, I'm really crystal clear. If you don't have a quality all rounder, you should go with Ashwin Jadeja both. If you don't have anyone, I don't need to
Yeah,
rig someone.
because it's gonna be a huge risk if India play with four out and out pace bowlers, with the
Only right.
batting ending up at number seven only.
Yeah, at least Ashwin can give you 20 runs, 30 runs at least in an innings, which will become pretty vital in the margin of victory or the defeat.
Okay, Utkarsh is saying Shardul has no competition right now.
Shardul is Lord. He has no competition at the moment. You can see we're struggling. We have all the research, and you're still struggling to find.
Now I got my reason why he's called the Lord.
Yeah,
Till
that
now,
is why
till
he's
today,
called.
I struggled. Yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
It is the case with most of subcontinent teams. Even Sri Lanka, if you see, they don't have any pace bowling all rounders. They tried to go with uh, their former T20I captain Shanaka. Dasun Shanaka used to bowl with a new ball a little bit for a time for the all-round scheme, but he also hadn't had the fitness to keep going with the same rate. Pakistan always struggle with their five-master. They have five-master, but not consistent in test matches. Bangladesh always struggle with their pace bowling all-rounder. Coach Bass Lady, yeah, Bass Lady, the guy from Dutch. Yeah, he can be pretty much good bowler, I guess. No. Struggling. We are struggling. We need to do some research more. But actually, even if we do research, we can't find up a name because there is no one. There's no one in the world in India who is doing pretty well as a pace bowling all rounder in the
Yes,
rugby.
that's
Yeah.
the concern, to be honest. And I
Yeah,
mean, this is not just the concern in red ball cricket. Even in white ball cricket, we saw once Hardik got injured in the ODI World Cup. They had
yeah.
to either drop one bowler, play with just five bowlers, or they had to reduce the batting.
And there's the concern with the SENA countries. When they come to Asia, they always struggle to find a spin bowling all rounder. They don't have. Who
Yeah.
do you have?
Yeah.
Apart from South Africa's Jean Paul Dumini, when they have for a long time, there's no one South Africa had for a long time. Australia, they don't have a long time. England at the moment, they don't have a long time, apart from Joe Root if he bowls, but he doesn't bowl a lot in these days. And New Zealand, they don't have someone apart from Mitchell Starc, who doesn't play a lot of games at all. Even
New
in
Zealand,
Asia,
when they came last time to India, I think they played Will Somerville, who plays maybe once
and
in 5 years.
Rachin Ravindra. Yeah, and Rachin Ravindra. So they also struggle in the same corridor. That's why there is a balance between Asian condition and SENA countries. As I mentioned, Joe Root, we're gonna speak about one thing. I'm gonna touch on it. Joe Root is struggling badly with his catching. He dropped three catches in the second innings. Literally, he's watching the ball pretty well with the bat in hand, not with the ball when he's standing at the
I
slips. To
think
be
his
honest,
catching issues have been there for quite some time. Maybe he picks up blinders and then drops dollies.
drops a draw. I mean, he has picked up actually 200 wickets, as I mentioned yesterday. 200 wickets is a pretty huge number.
200 catches.
Yeah, but he has dropped. I think he has dropped 150 or more than that. And I saw some of his catches from behind. We have the I think we are watching on the back end of the TV of the camera, and I was watching. His judgment is so poor. The ball is coming on the right side and is moving towards the left. So he's always thinking. I want the points from Joe Root's, you know.
Yeah, I think even Steve Smith was having some tough time, if I remember, in that Pakistan series in 2022 when he was dropping quite a few catches.
Yeah, and in favor of Joe, one thing is pretty good. The England slip fielding have been changing quite a lot. Chopping and changing have been doing. There was a point of time when he used to stand with Troy Burns and Tom Sibley. Then they changed to Johnny Bairstow. Then they changed to I think Ollie
Zach
Pope. Now Ollie
Crawley,
Pope is captain. He goes the gully position.
Zach Crawley was there, but now
Jack
he's
Collie
injured.
was
I
there.
think.
Jack Collie
Yeah.
used to stand at second slip. Now Harry Brook has come at second slip. Ben Decker used to stand at gully. Now Ben Decker has come into third slip. Oliver was
To be
captain.
honest, I think quite a few members of that Fab Four have been having some problems with catching. Even Virat has
Virat
recently
is
dropped a
dropping
lot
a
of
lot.
catches.
Apart from Kate Williamson, because he doesn't stand in the slip, always stands in the covers, which is the pretty good
Yeah.
spot if you're a captain, always helps you. But because
Yeah,
he's not a
Steve
captain,
Smith at one point. Steve Smith in the early days of his career was very good with the catches. He picked up blinders, flying catches.
he doesn't drop a lot. Steve Smith, I'm talking about. He doesn't drop a lot. He drops very rarely. But about the case of Joe Root, he drops a lot. And that was the last. I was having my dinner when you guys had just started your live session. I was having a dinner. I saw I dropped a dolly absolutely in his hand, and it popped up
Shivradeep,
from his hand. Yeah,
yeah, sorry to interrupt to that. I mean, the point you made about Joe Root. So I think that's one more reason attributed could be because of the English conditions. I mean, the ball goes to slips more often as compared to maybe other areas. So
yeah, that
because
could be. Yeah, that
yeah,
could be a thing.
Yeah, definitely. Also in England, that wobble it's not easy to keep, and same maybe for the slips. It's
yeah. So the
sometimes it.
ball in England, I mean, it's almost every time, especially in the initial few overs, it always goes to the slips most often than not. Yeah,
But he should be suited to the world conditions. I
yeah,
mean, he's not from
definitely.
someone in the country. His brother
Yeah.
catches pretty well. Billy Root, he catches the ball pretty well in the slip corridor when he plays for, I think he plays for Glamorgan at the point of time, and he catches the ball pretty well. Someone who is should take some coaching. Joe should take some coaching of slip catching from his big brother Billy at the moment, who is struggling with the bat in hand, but is really good when it comes to catching. are we wrapping up? We
Yeah,
are 1
that's
hour and 24 minutes, so we're really pretty big. Pretty big. Are we getting any
yeah. We
comment?
start we started from Rawalpindi and then traveled to India, and then now we are traveling to England.
Yeah.
In middle, we are
Uh,
in Sydney.
Yeah,
around the world in 8 days maybe instead of 80. Maybe. All right,
I'm
guys,
okay.
please
Writing.
shoot up
So
your
wrapping up.
comments. I think there are quite a few watching.
If you
We would be
want
more
us
than
to stay,
happy.
you've got to comment something. Otherwise, we are going. If you want us to say someone, comment anything. Just say hi
And
or comment
also
anything.
just one point I would like to add. We have seen increase of subscribers. It was 155 when we started. It's 158 now. So thank you guys for your support. I can see that you guys are subscribing, but we would be more than happy if you guys shoot up your comments as well.
Yeah.
yeah,
Also,
man.
please.
Just try and boost our energy, man. I think
Okay, yes.
Utkarsh has put up a huge comment.
Let's
Okay.
read it.
Australia, Cameron Green, Marsh, South Africa. Oh, okay, Australia, Cameron Green, and Marsh, South Africa, Marco Jansen, Mulder, England, Stokes, Curran brothers, Atkinson, New Zealand, Nisham, Nisham has been a bit of a past, but yeah, Nisham, Pakistan, Amit Zamal, Sri Lanka, Milan Rathanayaka, Shanaka. Oh, Rathanayaka and Shanaka for Sri Lanka, Afghanistan, Abdullah,
Afghanistan.
Bali, West Indies have Powell and Shepard.
I think these are pace bowling all rounders. If it is talking in that context.
But not a lot of them play test cricket. Like
Test
Pavel
matches.
doesn't play test cricket. Shepherd doesn't play. Shanaka
Yes.
doesn't play test at this moment. The current brothers don't play test for a
Even
long
Sam
time.
Curran, I mean, Sam Curran was brilliant when if you remember that series against India. But ever
Yeah,
since,
he was
I
man
mean,
of the series jointly with Virat in that series.
yeah,
And who can
Yeah.
forget his ball too? I think KL Rahul at Edgbaston.
yeah, that was a toe-crushing Yorker sort of a delivery. Yeah,
Three guys who are pretty good: Marco Johnson, Mitchell Marsh, not for a long time, but Mitchell Marsh, Cameron Green, and Amit Jawal, but he's struggling. Yeah, he's
Uh,
struggling. And then
yeah,
yeah,
the others
I
haven't
mean,
played test cricket.
I
I
mean
mean,
Danny
even the
Mitchell.
current brothers,
Yeah,
Sam has
Danny Mitchell.
played last in 2021, I think, and I don't remember when he played last for
okay.
England in test
Bloodline
cricket.
Cricket is saying that, hi, how are you guys? Sorry for late because
Yeah.
I finished homework. We are more than happy you
Oh,
joined Bloodline Cricket.
you are not late. We
Yeah,
are
yeah, you
too
seem to
early,
be a
man.
pretty obedient guy.
I am
Finished homework
good.
on Sunday and then came for the live.
Please shoot up your questions, man. We are waiting for them.
Thank you. He just mentioned that I finished my
But it
homework.
shows
Just
the love, shows the love they have
thank
for our
you.
channel, and that's really good to see. That's
That's
really
brilliant.
encouraging for us.
Bloodline cricket. That's a pretty good name. Bloodline cricket. So it has blood and cricket mixed around in his blood.
Okay, I have a question for Bloodline Cricket that we were struggling with. So, any good potential fast bowling all rounder that you see for India ahead of the BGT,
Ap-
the Border Gavaskar Trophy?
apart from Shardul and Hardik, I mean Hardik doesn't play test cricket now, and Shardul might be slated, but we are just trying to find any other name.
Yeah, maybe you can help us with that,
Yeah,
or anyone actually who is watching.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, meanwhile, he's
If
typing.
you need time, you can take time and come back and mention it in our video. We will just mention. We will just
Right.
give you a shout out in our next video.
Meanwhile, he's typing. Have you guys mentioned that we have a pretty Instagram account? Have you guys mentioned it? Announced it on
Yeah, I
YouTube?
think we mentioned it at the start of
Yes,
our live today. But yes, repeating it once more, guys, especially for those who have just joined now, we have just opened up an Instagram page and we would be adding that in the description as well. Please do
Yeah.
visit it and consider following the page. Yeah.
I hope Saptoshi has pinned the comment of the link of the Instagram profile. Just pinned it,
no,
Saptoshi.
I think it's in the bio. Okay, I will put it up in the
Yeah.
comments also.
Yeah, just pinned
Yeah,
it in the
surely.
comment section. Okay, Nitish Reddy
Okay,
has come with
Nitish Reddy.
Nitish Reddy maybe an option because he has a good option if you give chance. Yeah, Venkatesh Iyer, but I don't see him. See, he's struggling at the moment playing for the Lancashire. He hasn't really bowled a lot and he hasn't really scored a lot with the bat in hand either. And Nitish Reddy, I think he's struggling to get fit into the T20 team, so I don't see him getting a lot of chances at the moment in Test match cricket. But yeah, Nitish Reddy is a bright prospect in my eyes. He can be the next, not a next, but at the moment he can be one of those guys who are looking after one of the fast bowling all rounders, one of the players whom we thought Hardik Pandya can took a place in Test match cricket. But yeah, Nitish Reddy is a
Yeah,
pretty,
so the Instagram link's been pinned, and guys, please follow our page.
yeah. Please
Follow
follow the
us and
page.
please also share it with other cricketing nerds.
We'll come up with some of the best stories of the game of cricket. We'll see some of the videos there. We'll do
And
some
definitely we
past
will ponder
plays.
over this question, and we can
Yeah,
maybe bring up a detailed discussion on this, an upcoming
Yes, surely.
potential all-rounder. Yeah.
we'll do various things. Maybe we'll come with some reels. You can guys shoot any of the stories you want to hear from us in the past or from the present or whatever
Yeah,
it is you want to
maybe of
stories.
some great innings, some great matches, some on this day moments, anything you wish.
Anything of the player, anything about the commentator, anything of the past, whatever you want, just share it with us. Let's
Anything
go through
of the current, the ongoing match between Pakistan Bangladesh, maybe.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you want to hear, just share it us in the
Also,
share it
guys,
in that.
the Facebook link has also been pinned up, just in
Yeah,
case you haven't visited that page yet. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll put up a community post also, just in case you guys
Yeah, I
missed
think
out
that would
here.
be better. Yeah.
that will be
We
better.
can
Yeah,
separately mention the links there in the community post.
Yeah, I think it's not possible to pin up both the comments at the same time, so maybe
Yeah.
give it up in the community post.
Yeah, guys, come on. Anything you want to say?
Yeah, guys,
just keep us
I think
engaged. Otherwise, we'll be leaving. Yeah, India not really groomed fast bowling all rounder. Apart from Hardik, we should work on it. It's important if Hardik is injured, we want
yeah,
somebody who would
true,
replace.
true enough.
True, absolutely bang on target. We are struggling even as a player, even
I think
as
even
someone
Google is
who,
struggling. I saw a few of the articles, and the exact question has been put up that a
yeah,
problem for India, lack
just
of
tells you,
pace bowling all rounders. Yeah.
just tells you how much they are struggling.
Talk about Nahid Rana. Okay, Utkarsh, on that. Yeah, I was about actually I forgot that ball to Rizwan. Oh man, that climbed like anything. And it was all of a sudden, I was feeling that we are playing in South Africa instead of Pakistan. I think those of you who have seen that delivery, that was one Jaffer to Mohammad Rizwan. I mean, he seemed to be completely lost while playing the ball. And it was,
Yeah,
I mean, the ball, that was some awkward bounce, I have to say. I think even Utkarsh will agree.
yeah, Nahidrana has been
Yeah,
pretty
guys,
impressive
you
over
guys
there
would
in
like
the
to add
first
anything
match with
about,
his pace.
yeah. Yeah, I think Utkarsh is also agreeing. Yeah, and that ball to Rizwan, oh man, it wasn't Rawalpindi for sure when I saw it. It was some South African ground. That ball, oh man. Okay, Utkarsh, your thoughts for tomorrow? Babar Azam coming up with a century?
You're making me
Just a
smile.
thought, maybe, or 50 maybe.
He thinks these three guys are jokers and they're joking with Babar Azam.
I think Babar is a character that comes up in almost every video whenever we're having some discussion.
Yeah,
Some way or the
I
other, he
mean,
comes up.
even when we talked about Fab Four, Babar came up. We talked about Shikhar Dhawan. There also, I think Babar came up.
Babar is
And
omnipresent, if I have to say. All right, jokes apart, but yeah, Babar Azam definitely the fans want to see him back in action for sure.
especially Pakistan fans, especially someone
Yeah,
who is backing him for a long, long time. They really want to see him back. But the question is how and when. If not now, then when? They're because running out of fuel. If he was a normal player, he would have been dropped by now for sure. The way he's
yeah,
going in test matches, he would have been dropped easily. Had he not been that name perform player Babar Azam. And that's why I always hate it. I always hate it when a youngster gets dropped and someone who is senior, a renowned player, doesn't get dropped because of the selector getting fired up and getting yeah. The selectors always get scared of the fan following, the fan rages in the social media because the senior player can't be dropped. That's kind of a trend we have started, and the youngster always get the X at the point of time to save the senior player, and I hate it.
okay,
Absolutely hate it.
Utkarsh, yeah, he's saying something.
Number one player coming from number one spot, maybe break Lara
Lara's
record,
record.
the tag ball, Lara record. There's so many Lara. Is he gonna make the 500 tomorrow?
The
500
first class record or the test record?
the first class record. They have a Pakistan player, one of those players from Pakistan who scored that 500. Hanis Mahmood, or I think what's his name? Hasis Mahmood or Hafiz Mahmood. I think
I think Hanif
Hanis
Mohammad.
Mahmood.
Hanif Mohammad,
Hanif
I guess.
Mohammad, yeah, Hanif
Yeah,
Mohammad.
yeah. So that was the longest innings in Test cricket. I think something like that is.
Hanif Mohammad. He scored that 500. Broke
Yeah.
the drillings. Can you believe it? 500 in innings. Goodness me. Oh, sorry, he didn't score 500. His highest score is 499. He missed out on the 500. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. So what are you doing? We're wrapping up or what? Can you guys shoot some comments to keep us charged up? Or you guys want to
Yeah,
just shut up?
otherwise maybe we might run out of fuel. Who knows?
Yeah. Already. We need some energy drinks. And the comments will be energy drinks, which you're not getting
Yeah.
at the moment.
Yeah,
Apart from
so
Woodcut.
so we will take maybe some more time before we will call it stumps.
Yeah.
On day 3.
Yeah. Okay, Madhu Kumar. I think a new audience maybe for our channel. So hi, hi Madhu Kumar.
Yeah, Madhu, please watch our channel, share with more. Please like, share, subscribe, and also coming back to your comment. Pakistan missed it.
Pakistan missed the trick. They should have tried Babar Azam as a night watchman. Okay.
How do you guys see that trend, night watchman? How do you guys love it? Do you guys love it? Love it the term, but night watchman? How do you guys see it?
England gave a different name, Nighthawk.
Whatever it is, how do you guys see it?
I mean, it has been going on. I mean, ever since. So it has just picked up the name. But
I
yeah,
hate it. The only good night watchman I saw was Nathan Lyon when he walked out of that Perth game at Waka, the old Waka. And in the last stage of Ricky Ponting, everyone thought Ricky Ponting was padded up and he was about to come. So everybody with the whole stadium kind of stood on their feet, erupted in joy, only to find it's the night watchman Nathan Lyon. So he lived a life of Ricky Ponting for about a couple of minutes in his Test career. But I don't understand if the batters can really find answer, because I'm pretty much obviously I'm a Test match fan, but I'm pretty much a bowler's fan. So I don't understand why if the batsmen can't judge the ball under this poor light, they are really scared of picking the bouncers of the bowlers, charge up bowlers. How can we expect a bowler who has already bowled 15-20 overs in a day's play, who's going to survive on this heat moment? You're gonna pushing him under the bus all the time. I hate it. Night watchman. I hate it. Absolutely hate it.
Yeah. Also, Madhu, hope you had a chance to visit our Instagram page and Facebook page as well.
Madhu.
Yeah, please follow our Facebook and Instagram pages, and please also press the bell icon after subscribing so that you can be notified whenever we come live or whenever we post something exciting.
Yeah, it's right there in the comments section only, the links.
Yes.
Okay. Any more comments? Let's see.
Let's call it off for the day or what?
Okay, so time for stumps or maybe one last over.
Thank you.
Let's wait.
Guys.
Maybe one last question.
Maybe one.
Yeah.
One is coming. So, very bad thing. YouTube doesn't show typing. Otherwise, could have easily waited for a minute at least. It doesn't show that someone is typing. I'm putting a suggestion for YouTube. Please keep the kind of a trend where we can see the typing mode as something WhatsApp has put up. The one video we made on Jasprit Bumrah has gone past 1,700. That's the biggest one.
I think I checked it. It was 1785 maybe. 17.
Yeah, nearing the 1800 mark, and I mean that was really.
I think Saptarshi, we can maybe pin that link as well of that Bumrah video, guys. In case some of.
I think it won't be possible to pin two comments at the same time, but anyways, we can put up maybe a community post later or pin it later on.
Or maybe in the comment section of this video. Yeah.
Yeah. Once the video gets recorded, then we can put up the comment.
I think by the time we come up next live one next week, we will have the rules of the IPL retention, so we can come up.
Yeah, we are hoping for the rules to come up quickly, and that's gonna be another serious discussion.
I think it's due to come tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. So I'm hoping at least by 4th September we'll have the rules, which I'm expecting 3 retentions and 2 RTMs. Let's see what
also
happens.
The Australia-England series will happen next month, and I'm personally pretty excited. So I think Abhishek has joined us right at the stroke of thumbs. Anyways.
So
okay, Abhishek. S-
He is pretty much
Anything you would like to
energetic.
add? Anything you would like to add?
Abhishek, so the last over before stumps and any particular ball you want to throw to Babar Azam, your favorite player?
Goodness, I
Pakistan we
think
can maximum lose or draw from here. That's what I can say. That's he will not score. Like he has to learn from Litton does how to play in special situations. That's what I can tell.
Abhishek, anything you would like to add for our audience? We have seen 3 subscribers today.
Yeah, I would like to. Yeah, I wanted to join, but I was busy. But I think I want to
Yeah,
thank all the
Abhishek, I
audience
think
who watched thoroughly.
I
I think
think
the video
just
is
get a
I think
comment of it.
1 hour 40 minutes, and still like audience are showing up. It's great to see, and in
But
this
still,
video
it's
also
great. It's great to see you in the live today,
please all the
even if
audience who are watching,
at the 11th hour.
please like, share, and subscribe our videos.
Yeah,
he's pretty much
I
energetic, and
think we
we are
can.
all oiled up. So he's speaking so well, and we are thinking, let's end it because we're absolutely drained up now at the
I'm
moment.
joining, sir, guys. Just give me 5 minutes, and
We're
okay.
about to finish. Are we finishing or what?
But we might
No,
wind up in 5 minutes.
yeah, because we might wrap up. He's pretty energetic. He's coming
I
from
mean, we're getting drained up and we have to recharge
absolute
again
drained up.
before Monday.
You guys have been doing it for an hour and 40. I'm going for
Time for
about 1 hour.
drinks. Time for drinks, guys.
Time
I
for
think so.
storm. I think storms. Call it the storm. Everyone has lost.
Yeah, I think at the moment, maybe our audience are also just maybe running out of fuel on a Sunday night. I mean, it's almost 11 o'clock, and I think
Totally
Bloodline
relate.
Cricket,
I can relate, guys. Monday next morning, get up,
yeah,
go to
Bloodline
work.
Cricket is also pretty much drained out after completing his homework and then coming back to this live.
I think it's gone for his dinner. I think it's gone for his dinner.
Actually, we have missed someone special tonight. Brew has not come up, and
Yeah,
it's a bit
My
sad.
goodness. He's for some Sunday movie. Sunday movie with
yeah.
some of
He has some
I
Sunday
don't know what his
plans.
age. I'm not sure about his age. If he's young, so he gonna be someone, maybe his parents. If he's in an age like us, maybe someone, his partner or whatever it is. So I don't know whatever he is, but he's doing something else for sure. Otherwise, he should have been there.
But maybe Brew will come back with a bang in the next video. I'm hopeful.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure on next Friday is gonna be absolutely there for the start to the end.
Yeah. So what to do now?
Do that. Took the bells off. Flip the bells off.
I think it's gonna be it's bad light at the moment.
But there definitely we have got one really good topic out of our discussion today, and the one which we're really struggling. I think we would need to do some serious research if we had to
Yeah.
make a video on that.
I think no more comments at the moment. And
Yeah. Okay, bro, tell me your states. Okay, sleek underscore edit. A long comment. After a long gap. Comment after a long gap.
What is the comment?
Yeah,
Tell me your
bro,
state.
tell me your states.
Oh, all are in West Bengal, man. Pretty odd state, but we're all in for West Bengal.
Where are you
For sure.
from, by the way? Yeah.
That's the introduction.
And anyone else who would like to mention? I think it's good time. So if we are running short of questions, maybe we can discuss some personal stuff with our audience if they are free to discuss.
yes,
Yeah, we are from West Bengal, guys.
yes,
Eastern part of the country. From Maharashtra. Okay. So currently Saptarshi is in Mumbai, by the way.
Okay, so he's from Maharashtra, and definitely I'm a cricket nerd.
Yeah. So Saptarshi would be happy to hear that. Yeah. Other guys, Utkarsh, Madhu, maybe you guys can mention your states from where you belong, if you want to. Come on, guys. It's lovely. I mean, we talk about the game so much, but yeah, we would be equally happy to know about something about you guys as well. Sleek_edit. I have one question. I just it came to my mind. Have you visited that famous cricket museum in Pune? Blades of Glory, by the way, the name.
Yeah.
Since you're from Maharashtra, I'm putting up that question. In case you haven't, do visit it. But I'm hoping that you might have visited it already.
Yeah, so I guess maybe I'll have to wind up, and I'm not sure. Maybe so. What's gonna be? I think I have to wind up now.
Let's wind up.
Not
We
bro,
are
I'm going to
absolutely
visit
same.
in future. Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Please
definitely.
do,
Please
please
visit it.
do.
Please visit it. Please do visit it.
Going as well.
It's a must visit place. Okay. So finally Abhishek is there.
Yeah, I just came to see what's going on.
Yeah, we are
Nothing
having some
much.
fun chat with the audience. I mean, we are talking some personal stuff. One of
Nice,
the guys he mentioned he's from Maharashtra. So yeah,
nice.
I'm. Uh, by the way, Abhishek is joining from the US. So Abhishek, if you can wave hi from US.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. So I know it's late back in India, but I
Yeah,
think it's easy for me, but it's morning. But I think kudos to you all for joining so much late in the night, and Monday being a working day. So still, you all are joining and giving us support in this time is very commendable and appreciable. Yeah, I
yeah,
think.
absolutely, absolutely.
Where did Shaptoshi go now? I think he has gone
I
for his
think we are currently at that stage of the life where we don't know what exactly to say, or
What
are
to
we going
do?
to wind up?
We're just trying to kind of push it as long as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can take
I,
for I think 5-10 minutes and
Bro,
then
in West
yeah.
Bengal's situation is bad because of the case. Oh man, don't talk about it. I mean, the whole country saw. I mean, seriously, I mean, since you put up the question, but it's something that you want to forget as soon as possible. I mean, yeah, seriously, some really bad stuff going on. Is there result come or not? No justice so far. Sleek_edit. No justice so far, and things don't look promising. By the way,
At
the
all.
way the things are going on. Yeah.
It's bad. Like what? At least the justice could have been given. That's what I believe.
Yeah, finally we are back to Kolkata from again. I mean, from starting from Pakistan, Bangladesh
Pakistan.
to England, South Africa. We are making a good tour today, and we are back to our hometown. Maybe.
Yeah. So like, so I think we were discussing Pakistan, Bangladesh, right? So
Yeah. So Abhishek,
um,
so since
any
you've
predictions?
joined
Yeah,
us a bit late, your predictions for tomorrow, by the way,
I
what do you
think the
expect?
first half 1 hour is crucial. Like the way they're bowling, I think Bangladesh is missing Shoriful here. If Shoriful could have played in this match, I think Pakistan would have been in more danger. I think they are missing Shoriful here. And I think there were lots of comments about Nahid Rana. Nahid
Yeah.
Rana is a very, like, he can trouble Babar. I think Babar is having some difficulty with pace bowling, and I think he can trouble. The only thing is that he has to pitching good lines. He is sometimes a bit, what to say, not consistent in line
Okay.
and length.
Bubai has a comment, and also Sleek Edit has a comment. In Mahabharat, also happened in Mumbai. Mumbai, bro. Now, no, I think. I'm not able to get actually what you're saying. Bubai is saying Pakistan Bangladesh thrilling finish loading. Well, I hope so. I hope so. There's a thrilling finish to the test match.
But I think there's a prediction for rain tomorrow or something.
Maybe a bit of rain, but
Is there?
not much. But they can spoil the whole result of the game at the moment for sure.
Okay, sorry, bro. Mistake Maharashtra. Okay, so something similar happened in Maharashtra as well. So I'm not aware actually. I mean, if that's the case, I mean, it's really sorry to hear. So things happening all around the country.
It just shows the condition and the state of the whole country is absolutely miserable. Whole country is going through such a bad and critical time at the moment. It's not about West Bengal, but it's like to
Mm.
see the Maharashtra and all the time. I heard one of the things in Kerala, I think, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
country,
in the film industry, I think you mean.
the whole country is going through such a miserable time at this point. It's such a joyous occasion, especially in West Bengal. The Durga Puja is coming, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think a month to go
Absolutely.
before Durga Puja.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely a month to go, and we're absolutely in a solid position, to say the least. It's such a
Similar
beautiful
with Maharashtra as well. Maharashtra a week to go maybe before Ganesh Chaturthi.
Ganesh
I think.
Chaturthi, yeah, thing
Yeah.
week to go.
Okay, guys, we are waiting for Saptarshi. Once he joins, maybe
I
we
think
can.
he has
Yeah,
asked.
guys, we
And
please shoot your comments if you have any comments. And I think still people are watching. 4 people, I could say, still they're watching, and it would be great to.
I can't believe it, guys. I mean, it's amazing to see the response. 4 people still watching. I mean, you guys are definitely not out of energy, even if we are.
We are doing
I
nothing,
can
and
say
they're
for
still
sure.
watching. Can you believe it? We're doing nothing, and they're still watching.
Okay, we are 1 hour 50 minutes into the live. Can you imagine? Okay.
But that's the purpose. Because of the audience only, we are also.
Bro, this time IPL 2025 final in Eden's, na?
Is it
Bloodline
confirmed?
Cricket.
Subhradeep, is it
Should be.
confirmed?
I think it should have been the tournament should have been played at the outside Eden, because there were this renovation to the development of the stadiums and all the kind of things based on a 2026 T20 World Cup, but they decided to deny the whole development of the stadium. As per the rule, it should have been in Eden, but you never know with the BCCI. It maybe begin back in Ahmedabad, obviously with the government here.
Yeah, that's
Jai
what I wanted
Shah.
That's what I wanted to discuss, Subhradeep. I wanted to know your views on Ritik also. Like Mumbai and like any tournament, be it IPL or any World Cup, always the final used to happen in Maharashtra. That's the Wankhede or Eden.
Yeah.
But nowadays, it's happening only in Ahmedabad. So you think like
Maybe,
the
yeah,
prestigiousness and the because
maybe.
those grounds were famous for big finals. So
I think
is
what
Ahmedabad taking
I
away all the glamour?
yeah, maybe
Maybe,
they're taking it
yeah,
because of the
actually.
government. I always
Yeah.
thought, I think one of my elder brothers said it, that more than the gloriousness of Mumbai, it's important that how do you manage the flights, because once the team wins, they always look out for the return flights, and Mumbai is one of those positions where it's easy to connect the
The
international
connectivity is
flights.
really good. Is
Really
really good.
good. So that's the one advantage. You remember when they played the final in Kolkata 2016 World Cup, they have to move back to Mumbai to get the international flight for the West Indies. So they have to make the more kind of a flight, one extra flight. Now in
Yeah.
Ahmedabad, I understand that because of that government, and they're giving the one thing that it's a whole big stadium, but the stadiums are not it filling. It's not filling at all. It didn't fill in the last World Cup final in ODI, in the ODI version when India lost. Even despite of India playing the final, it wasn't full towards the end, and but I was really surprised when most of the fans left it when India was still playing. Sorry, state, but that's the biggest question is that is it
Okay, so
playing or
Pradeep,
not?
one question for you.
Biggest question in India is he playing
Biggest
or not?
question: Thala is playing or not? All broadcasters are waiting for this decision.
He's
Okay.
he's he's playing, man. He's surely playing. I'm waiting for him. Otherwise, I don't know what will happen once he's one. One thing that Chennai knows that once MS goes out of the team, there will be some drop in the viewership. There will be drop on the business channels of the CSK franchise. They're trying to push him as much they can, even on the 42, 43. He's getting 42. I think he got 42 this last July. 43 by the time next IPL comes. Surely gonna play the next IPL. At the moment, I think he's almost prepared to play the next IPL. Not sure about 26, but if he plays the 2025 with the mega auction in, surely 2026. But I think the auction strategy, and if Chennai picks up a Indian keeper, Indian keeper who is experienced and knows how to deal with T20s, I think that will be a pretty good indication that which edition will be the last of MS in the yellow
Yeah.
colors. And yeah, but I'm pretty sure if you're a Chennai fan, I'm not sure Bloodline Cricket which kind of a jersey you carry in your body, but if you are a Chennai fan, you surely want to see MS coming up with the pads on or the gloves behind the stumps for sure. I think
I
he's
think we
coming.
are missing Saptarshi a lot on this question. Perhaps the
Yeah,
biggest MS fan.
ah, I think Bloodline Cricket is a Gombir fan, and that's why he asked the question with the haha at the end. Surely he's from Delhi. He's from Delhi. Surely he's from Delhi. Maybe, maybe he's a fan of
Yeah,
Punjab.
maybe Bloodline Cricket can tell his state, I think.
Otherwise, I think I'm guessing either you are from Delhi, one of those Gautam Gambhir fans, or you are from Punjab, one of those fans of Yuvraj Singh or his father, Yuvraj Singh. Every time I open up the Google, there is one of those comments from his father on MS and how he destroyed his son's career, which I still struggle to understand how the man who came after his son's debut wasted his career. Whatever. I don't want to go into it. It's more not one extended, but pretty average. But yeah, that's the thing. So what are you doing? We
Okay,
are
another
about
comment.
to get to our
I
bro. I
think
think
we
this is the
can
kind of
leave
It's.
until
rivalry
we have
between
comments.
CSK and RCB.
I think we need to take
RCB
a day
versus
off tomorrow.
KKR because of
Maybe if this live goes on.
yeah, surely.
I
Hey,
think
this kind of
rivalry
rivalry.
between CSK versus RCB more. Yeah, it was a great contest this time. CSK versus
Yes,
RCB.
See,
I have to say.
I think
there is
the yes,
any rival.
they'll finish off.
Yeah, there's any rivalry. There's one name which is common, and that's RCB. They have a rivalry at KKR. They have a rivalry with Mumbai. They have a rivalry with Chennai. They have a
Yeah.
rivalry with Delhi. They have a rivalry with
Rivalry with the LSG,
Sunrisers,
LSG, Lucknow,
LSG,
Lucknow.
LSG. So pretty much they have nothing. Sorry, speak it if you are from Bangalore. Sorry to interrupt, but they have nothing in the cabinet. But they're having a rivalry history of all the
Now
teams.
they have won the women's IPL.
Yeah. Not to forget.
Oh, sorry, Slekari just mentioned he's from Mumbai, so he knows how RCB has a kind of a
Yeah,
rivalry
I
with
think Bloodline Cricket is a fan of King Kohli.
King
And
Kohli. Oh,
RCB, I'm also from
Okay,
Maharashtra, Solapur
guys.
district.
I think I
okay,
and
he's from
Abhishek, we are big
Maharashtra.
RCB fans. Yeah. Good to know. Good to know.
He's a fan of
Okay.
King Kohli. Well, see, everyone is a fan of him in Indian colors. Well, even when Bangalore is playing, I think everyone wants to see him scoring runs. But in case of RCB, RCB is a fan of RCB. So yeah, sorry to say that you don't have much in the cabinet, but yeah, you surely get one of those in the next 5 or 6 years, maybe in the eternal, in the future.
I
One of
think maybe we are about to see good times with the women's team winning one. Maybe times are going to
yeah,
change. Maybe.
at least
Yeah.
something in the cabinet. At least they absolutely open the account for something at least.
Yeah.
When will the boys take inspiration? Nah, they won't take inspiration. The women's team is doing pretty well, and have
Yeah.
to kind of depend on
Yeah, I
them
think Smriti Mandhana led the team really well. Really well.
pretty well.
So I think Women's T20 World Cup is also coming, right? This year
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
UAE.
yeah.
So any predictions on Team India? How far we can go? Because the big
Well,
players I think here are in Australia or England. I think the
you
big
know,
players.
if there is an IC tournament in the women's cricket, I always believe there is Australia in
Australia
the
wins.
final, and
That's correct.
there is a final between who would face them to lose the final. That's a pretty much sure. Australia plays in the final. There is no one who can beat them. There is Australia. There is day night kind of a distance, and there is other teams hanging around fighting between themselves.
Especially
You
with
know,
around with women, it's no competition.
no competition, zero competition. The kind
I
of
think
quality they
some of the
have in the
players, yes, I think some of the players when they will retire, then we can see some competition. But now some players like Ellis Perry, Meg Lanning, I think Meg Lanning is
team.
retired.
My
Uh,
friend, okay, the bloodline cricket
Sutherland
has
was,
come up with a
yeah,
yeah, bloodline cricket has come up with a comment. My friends tease me because I'm from Maharashtra and not support home state, but Virat Kohli is my superhero. Whenever he goes, I have to support and start watching cricket because of him. Just
same here,
review
bro.
it. I just want to hear
You
bloodline
are
cricket.
my friend from now today.
How many?
Same here.
How old are you, bloodline cricket? I'm asking you. How old are you? I'll share a story with you. See, I'm a huge fan. We have a bit of fight in the family. I am a huge fan of Chennai. Not because of
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
sorry to interrupt, Shubhradeep. I think I just got a message from Saptarshi that he has to left for an emergency, maybe.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, it's gone for his
Yeah,
dinner.
fine.
So
Maybe we can continue. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so in my family, I am a huge fan of MS. So I kind of support Chennai. My father can't see MS. He's 20, so he's younger than me at least, or everyone else from the podcast at the moment. So I'm a huge fan of MS. So I support CSK. My father can't see MS, so he doesn't follow CSK a lot. My elder brother is a huge fan of SRH,
Same. Hmm.
and we always have a fight between each other. So it's a pretty good
So
rivalry we have.
one
Yeah,
thing in
it's
Bengal, I think there's a I think notion that Dhoni was the one behind dropping, is wasting Ganguly's career. So in my family also they don't like Dhoni that much. But
yeah.
is there any like, is it true that Dhoni was like cost Ganguly? Because
See,
I have heard from my like childhood that Dhoni, that Ganguly gave Dhoni the chance, but Dhoni dropped him or something, like he was behind his removal. So is it
I
true or like?
I don't actually believe in all those explanations when they say that someone, say X has destroyed Y's career. I don't believe these things because I feel if you have the potential, if you can go there, no one has the power to destroy someone's career, no matter what. There are so many tries in many other countries, many other cricket teams I've heard that say A has destroyed B's career, which I am not really sure about because if B is good enough and selectors can see them playing, and if you see when Saurav got dropped, most of the Bengal was fired up, right? Most of the Bengal thought,
Yes.
but if you see the current era, most of the Bengal fans, the youngsters in the age of 20 to 30, they are huge fan of MS. Whenever
Yeah.
MS comes for the Chennai game, last time he was there in his early stages career, the TT in Kharagpur, and then whenever he comes, there's a huge support
I
for him.
think
I think
his
more
wife is
than
also from West Bengal. Yeah.
we saw the film, and and to be honest, whenever he comes in Kolkata, whether it's for Indian color, whether it's for Chennai, he always gets the love and support, affection so much. So maybe that's from the past, from the old guys. They kind of hate him because they have a bit of a love affection with sort of a
And
lot.
maybe I think just some guys don't know. I think me and Ritik are from the same school and colony when we Dhoni studied. So just
Yeah.
to add to
Actually,
the
we
information.
we are the alumni of MSS school. And guys, we are two
So
hours into the live. 2 hours done.
just to
Goodness
add to the
Yeah.
me.
information and
Just it's a
yeah,
milestone. So if someone is watching at the moment, please comment anything. You can comment hi, hello. Okay, bloodline. Obviously, bro,
yeah,
my Brad are best friends, so I love
Yeah.
Dhoni.
Mahirat. I think that's the term. Mahirat. Mahi and Virat. Yeah.
Uh,
Abhishek bro. So
pretty
I've loved Dhoni after BK. That's correct.
pretty good old days for Indian cricket.
Yeah,
And
Still
when
four
they
guys
used to.
watching. Four guys watching us still. 2 hours into the live.
what are they doing? I'm sure Bloodline Cricket is one of them. Slick Edit is one of them. And
No,
one of the
I think
two
Balloon
guys,
Cricket finished his homework. That's why he is free now.
yeah, he's free.
Yeah.
He's
So
having a dinner and he's watching us, watching these three jokers joking around MS and Virat.
Maybe one of them is Saptashi, by the way.
Yeah, maybe he's watching. What is he doing, man? Whatever.
So guys who are watching, if you have not yet subscribed, please like, share, and subscribe our videos.
Yeah,
Just
please.
it would be great for us. I think you have already
Okay,
shown us a great love.
maybe time to wrap up in a couple of
Yeah,
minutes.
Bharat,
Yeah.
we're
So we are
absolutely
taking the last couple of questions and then we can wrap up.
tired now.
Yeah, surely. I need drinks, guys. Time for drinks now.
I'm having it. I'm just having some water at the moment. Can't sustain much. What do you have?
Come on,
I
guys.
think
Last few questions, and maybe we can call it off. Yeah.
these days a T20 innings generally sustain for around 1 hour and 50 minutes. We're into
And
2 hours.
yes.
So you can expect how much energetic we are when we come to live, only to get these comments which are you guys are shooting on at the moment.
Otherwise, yeah. I think
Sleek Edit
One
has.
that has trophy to complete cricket, only WTC. Yeah,
yes. I think he's the only player to have I think all the trophies: Champions Trophy, T20 World Cup, and 50 overs World Cup. So
along with
yeah, only Champions
MS along with
Trophy.
MS.
Yes. No, he didn't win T20 World Cup along with MS. I think Rohit Sharma won that. Okay, okay. You're talking along with Okay, okay. I got it. Means the trophies
Yeah,
wise.
both.
But he has won Test match, but that doesn't come under trophy. So
Mm.
yeah.
There's a normal test match to be in the top ranking for a long, long time.
But that is also like
Okay.
India should do well because 2 times India went in finals, and I hope India is going third time also. And I think this time they should do it. I think
Yeah,
Generally,
should
third
should.
time because unlucky. So I don't see how they get lucky. But yeah, they need
it's
something. They
still
need
very hard. Like in 2 years, you try all the matches and you go and just one match and then
Okay.
so
One more comment. I think, yeah, maybe let's take this and we can wind up maybe.
yeah, that's the
talk
last
You
one.
about
talk about
Jake Fraser
Jake
Mega.
Frick. What a hitter.
Yeah, I
What
think
is that?
Warner was taking his place now, but once Warner is retired, I think he will get more chances. Chances, I believe. He's a great player. Like we have all watched him play in the IPL, and like
I
he
think he
can
will
hit for
struggle
fun. I
to see
think
some of the tracks. It spins so much, like in Sri Lanka, maybe in Bangladesh. I think he's. I would be very fascinated to see how he goes in England in the coming series in coming Wednesday. How he goes in his business because he has a very high lifted back lift player who keeps his bat quite high in the air. And these sort of players, I don't see them coming from Australia because they struggle a lot with the short balls. But he has played it well in T20 eyes. And as he will go along in his international career, teams will start to find the loopholes in his technique
in
and
Australia,
keep
I
this
think
model
Mitchell Marsh is currently the best player. I think of short balls.
at the moment for sure. But
He
he
comes from
too
Western
has,
Australia, Perth also, so that's also to his
yeah,
advantage. I think.
yeah. So I
Like
think
when he plays, there is no more. Like I watch him. Really like his batting better than Steve Smith and all. But he's
it
not
snatches the
consistent.
ball with, yeah, snatches the ball with a huge power, and that's something with sensational to see. How he absolutely like his aim is to kind of the break the ball into two pieces. So yeah, that's something he does for a long, long
Okay.
time.
I
Okay,
think
okay. I
audience
think
is now
Bloodline
saying
Cricket. Yeah, I think they're also tired.
If you are
good
closing,
night,
So
guys.
I think I'm waiting for you guys kind of comments of saying goodbye. Thank you.
Okay, guys.
So thank
Thank you
you
and
guys.
cheers. Cheers,
Thank you.
thank
guys.
you so much. Thank you so much. Please like, share, subscribe, and
Yeah.
if you have if you have any
And please
suggestions, please mention in the comments.
check out our Instagram and Facebook pages
Yes,
as well.
and that is pinned in the comments. You can go there and you can check our Instagram page for all the latest lives and updates and everything new
See you
we are
next
adding.
time.
Thank you
See
so
you
much.
guys.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.